ليه الصوت واطي؟ اوكي كده افضل، كده افضل، كده افضل. يلا سولد، صباح النور.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Battle Arena Melbourne 15 Tekken 8 Top 8.
شفت
Are you guys
شفت
ready for some
التوب 8 ولا
amazing
لسه؟
and tantalizing Tekken 8 action? I'm the ever-hydrated brown man, joined here today by my partner, the perfection personified.
Oh my god.
I see Patch. How you doing, my man?
I'm excited, man. We got all these players chasing down those points. The leaderboards are kind of stacking up, and we got a crowd packing in here at the battle arena.
البوينتس الأول لحظة.
Zero on the points.
البوينتس أرسلان 330. مول جولد واخد بوينتس أكتر مني. كينج جي ار بينيا
Coming in close second, 1100. King Ray with the 490. There is a big gap there, but they are no slouches in gaining points. And we've got Pina coming in at 4th, and we've got a lot of the World Warriors following right after and just trying to.
صباح النور ليون.
Yeah, since this is, like you said, the early stages of the story, you guys got to keep tuning in because these global leaderboards will be shifting each and every week. And what is so important is for you guys to register today to make those points count. You know where to go. It's tekken-esports.bne-ent.net. Register today. Rowing is super important. Talk to them. Tell them how important it is.
Listen, man.
Yes, done, fixed,
You
fixed.
earn points if you do your performance and you
أنا
don't
كنت
register.
مشغل
We
two
can't
sources.
see that.
We need to see.
Please, for the sake of everybody, for the sake of yourselves, if you are trying to come out here and destroy the world with your Tekken skills, you
Thank
need
you.
to register and get your name on the list. So
أيوة
don't
شكرا على
forget. Do it right
التنبيه.
now. Oh wait,
خدت بالي إن في صدى.
wait.
Do it right now. I can't wait because we have to look at the brackets here. We were talking about how stacked and packed this weekend has been, and this top 8 bracket can represent that, Brahma. Talk us through it.
It's looking crazy at the moment. We got Chikarin from Japan, and we got Ulsan from Korea. First match. These guys have a history, well, very long history, I would say. Then we got Falcons Farzine versus Yamasa Nobi. Now this one's going to be really interesting as well, and I know a lot of people are really expecting Farzine to make some moves here.
Oh yeah.
And tell us about the losers bracket.
Yeah, we got Arslan Ash versus Keisuke. That is going to be a barn burner of a match. Then you have Rangchu versus Ni. Honestly, you can shift the tides of the top 8 any which way, but it's crazy how you see how stacked.
لحظة. شكرا أولسان، فرزين نوبي، أرسلان كيسكي، رانشوني، فرزين.
8 losers and winners side is, so I cannot wait for this this top 8 to commence.
And in an average top 8, you would expect everybody in the loser side to be on the winner side.
Yeah.
That's how stacked this tournament was. Every pool, by second round in your pools, you're probably versing a killer. If you weren't that guy yourself. And if you were, you were probably still versing a killer. It was that crazy. But now we've got Ulsan
هي الساعة كم هناك بتوقيتهم؟
Melbourne coffee.
10 الصبح. صحيين ما
I
شاء
mean,
الله.
you're mentioning 2 killers, right? And these guys have put in the work. The Lars of Ulsan, what a heel turn that he was able to pull out a Lars once he came here to Melbourne. Also at that dojo event that you guys did organize. And on the side of Chikarin, though, has been rocking that Clive.
And Ulsan messaged me after the tournament. He's like, yo, 1 week last. I was like, oh, okay. All right, then. Thanks. I just asked you what you want to have for dinner, but all right, 1 week last.
1 week last. That's what I want for dinner. But what we have on stage right now is the first match of the top 8, folks. Winner's side, Clive versus Lars action here at the Midnight Siege.
If I remember correctly, they haven't played too many times in tournament in Tekken 8. I believe the last time was actually at FV Major last year in Malaysia.
Wow.
And that was Lily Drag. Completely different characters. But Ulsan took that one out.
كلايف ولارس الاثنين من نفس العينة.
He had Chikarin on the ropes and had him chasing and really punished him for it. So let's see with these different
طلع تيشيرت مفيش اوكشن النهارده، مفيش اوكشن، ده بس بطولة توب 8. الثانية دي اللي خلقت تيشيرت ده كان اوكشن.
Same story here in
مزاد.
TWT 2025. 1+2 engaged. Chikarin now is going to try to make the most out of this. Ulsan, though, responds with another heat engage.
And they're both heavy on the heat at the moment. I can see Chikarin's trying to push Ulsan's wall to the back, but Ulsan fighting his way out with a diving spear.
Oh, Chikarin unable to maximize that heat usage. The Phoenix Shift 4 has been one of the successors of Chikarin's game plan. Let's see if he'll go back to it, but the launch on Ulsan, though.
An excellent punish there. Gets him into the wall explosion. This is the first round. It's gone for 55 seconds already. Ulsan closes it out with 3 seconds to spare. They are feeling each other out, and they do not want to make any mistakes, but that is inevitable. Ulsan was able to capitalize on a major one there to close it out.
One big scramble could spell disaster in this game, folks. Plus frames after plus frames on Chikarin's side, but Ulsan responds in return by pushing towards the center of the stage.
Now Ulsan trying to lock Chikarin down there with the quick pokes, the plus frames, and just really test him. But Chikarin doing a great job. We've seen a lot of players crumble under this pressure, but Chikarin, the veteran he is able to maneuver around, but again, is getting caught. Stray hits everywhere. And Ulsan activating that heat.
Yeah, just for a bit of a timeout, right? The back one's the Delta Slicer, just for him to keep things safe. Chikarin, though, eats that launch, scoop up, follow-up, and the mid to close it for Ulsan to take round number 2.
And he's spinning there, right there. He's feeling himself. He's warming up in the end of the round.
5-time, 5-round.
Five time.
Exactly. So
punish on the down forward 1-3. Now Chikarin getting big rewards here, stabbing the spear into the ground. Got his claws out.
That lightning staff really pays dividends. You know what? Clive does have a lot of big counter hitting tools, a lot of big hitting tools, but speaking of big hits, we have Ulsan with the first rage art of the game, just to add a little bit, just add a timeout into the clock here.
He felt that in his gut, and it worked out pretty well.
Good timing على الريج.
Chikarin still with a heavy life lead and a little bit of resource, but Ulsan lets his heat go there for the plus frame pressure to push Chikarin back to the wall.
I like how Chikarin just played it safe, like let's get rid of the heat, the Delta Slicer, but the back against the wall, able to get the parry, and also getting a bit of the stock usage.
Get over here,
says Chikarin.
Amazing work there, really using Clive's tools extremely well in very obtuse ways, but he's looking like he's able to take this round and maybe save himself for the first game.
اللودة شاف ولا اللودة تتصدم بالقراية؟
Plus frames, mix.
يا نهار أبيض.
Work there from Ulsan. He saw Chikarin was slowly figuring out some things in the end of that last round and just put a stop to it very quickly.
You know what? 2 of those rounds really went down to the wire, so you could see
هذه
how
البطولة على مستوى العالم ولا ودي أنا ما أعرف كثير
find
بطولات.
the timing. Ulsan, though, like you said, stopping the
طيب
momentum
خلينا
is
نشوف
super
الماتش ده
important, especially
ونتكلم
up
عن
against a character
البطولات.
like
أقول لك
Clive.
أحكي لك الوضع.
It's amazing, and that's the thing. Clive, both of these characters currently in their versions they are heavily knowledge check based.
Yes.
And so the way these guys are playing, they have done their homework. They have done their 8 hours a day and eat their Wheaties.
The thing is, how do you knowledge check a one with Lars, right? He's just like figuring stuff out as we go. So I think that's one of the advantages Ulsan has, because you know it's like honeymoon phase of his character, I guess, with how he's using it. The sidestep from the 1+2.
Slow work and breaks the glass. I hope Lee has some insurance. And he's going to break some more. Get a contractor in. Tries to catch him on the ground.
Able to actually catch him waking up. Chikarin, not much life. Delta Slicer, dash in. But Chikarin now has some resources to work with and a balcony break. Unfortunately, back one lands.
I think he was really hoping for that wall splat with that second shot. But Ulsan clutches it out there. Takes the first round in the second game. And now trying to lock him down once again with that. He went flying. No fly zone, sir. Please land.
Yeah, we can't fly here, but we got the Phoenix Shift 4 once again. That's how he was able to open up Arzon Ash yesterday, so Ulsan can't eat too much of those.
Chikarin trying to play that range 1.5 game. You see, backing up a little bit, waiting for Ulsan to maybe try and have to come in and commit to something, right? Catch him on the come in.
Okay, 1+2 gets blocked, no heat engage. We go for a burst on Ulsan's side.
I need more coffee.
Chikarin responds in return.
He was off on the left axis and really gets the low there to close it out.
أنا أروح أجيب قهوة وأقول لك يلا أشرح لك البطولات كلها.
Knowledge check based, but that low from the entry stance. 1+2 engage though to start out the offense for Chikarin.
Chikarin letting it all fly. He knows if he does not take this round, he is going to lose his side. So you can see he's putting it all on the table, using up his resources early, and Ulsan with the G-clef.
Yep, the 1-1-1 Delta Slicer for him to be in heat. Has to be very careful here. He's got access to lightning. Lars, the god of thunder here. Oh, low! It gets blocked and punished by Ulsan.
We're going to see him take this one to the wall. As I always say, Lars is the #1 travel agent. Always book with him. but Clive doesn't seem like he wants to go anywhere at the moment. But he looks like he's in trouble. Back one into the flip over. Running one. Chikrin staying alive.
Oh, that Lars travel agency is sending a one-way ticket to losers bracket for Clive. Quite unfortunate there, but what an attempt by Chikrin there. I mean, it's just Ulsan, how he was able to kind of open him up, cycle through his offense, really find the openings, and kind of pick apart the defenses there.
That's incredible. And again, he has not been playing this character for very long, but he has been playing the.
اوكي خلينا نوطي صوت الراجل ده مؤقتا. انا هرجع شويه عشان اوريك بس حاجه. Where are we? اوكي بص لحظة بس اشوف البوينت سيستم ده جاي منين. شوف هو عندنا في التيكن وورلد تور عندك انواع ايفنتس او انواع بطولات، والانواع دي بيقولوها قبل دايما البطوله بتبدا. بتشوف دايما المعلقين بيقول لك الايفنتس الماستر والماستر بلس والتشالنجر والكلام ده. اكبر الايفنتات بتاعت البطولات اللي هي الماستر بلس، اللي هي ايفنتس اللي فيها هاي ليفل كومبيتيشن، وبتبقى دايما انترناشونال او عالميه، وفيها اعلى رانكينج بوينتس. الرانك بوينتس دي كل البلايرز بيحاولوا يجمعوا البوينتس دي عشان تأهلهم لبطولة العالم. فعندك اكبرهم اللي هو الماستر بلس، اللي هو زي ايفو ماستر بلس، ليفلات عالية بتلعب. وبعد كده عندك الدرجة اللي بعدها، درجة البطولات اللي بعدها اللي هي ماستر ايفنتس. الماستر ايفنتس اللي هي برضو هاي ليفل، بيتم استضافتها في زي ما بيقولوا كي ريجنز، في اماكن معروفة او اماكن كبيرة فيها كوميونيتيز كبيرة، وبرضو بتدي بوينتس بس اقل شويه من الماستر بلس. وبعد كده الدرجه الثالثه عندك اللي هي التشالنجر ايفنتس، اللي هي بتبقى ريجنال تورنمنتس، بتبقى مركزه على الاماكن اللي فيها كوميونيتيز، بس برضو البوينتس بتاعتها اقل، وبتبقى نوعا ما اسهل من الاثنين اللي فاتوا. بتلاقي فيها مستويات كتير، وعشان كده بتلاقي في اسماء كبيره لما بتفشل انها تعمل بوينتس او بتفشل انها تطلع في البراكت في الماستر بلس والماستر، بيبداوا يدوروا على تشالنجر ايفنتس ويروحوا 3 و4 يجمعوا منهم بوينتس. وبعد كده عندك بقى اقل واحده خالص اللي هي الدوجو ايفنتس او الدوجو تورنمنتس، اللي هي الكوميونتي ليفل بقى، اللي هي احنا هنقول ايه، يعني لو بنتكلم على، لو هترجمها لك بالرانك، يعني مثلا لو دول تيكن جاد اللي هي في ماستر بلس، الدوجو ايفنتس دي بتبقى كوميونتي ليفل، يعني تيكن امبرور مثلا، بس هي مش بالرانك، الموضوع ملوش علاقه بالرانك خالص. اوكي، فالدوجو ايفنتس برضو بتتقسم، الدوجو ايفنتس اللي هي الكوميونتي ايفنتس دي اللي المستويات المتوسطه بتتقسم، اللي هي دوجو بلس 16، دوجو بلس 32، حسب عدد اللاعبين. في اكتر من دوجو ايفنت بتنظم حسب عدد. ف البوينت سيستم مثلا، البوينت سيستم هديك مثال، البليسمنت الفيرست بليس في الماستر بلس بيديك حوالي 800 بوينت، الفيرست بليس في الماستر ايفنت بيديك 500 بوينت، الماستر بليس في التشالنجر ايفنت بيديك 500 بوينت، الفيرست بليس في الدوجو اعتقد بيديك حوالي 150 بوينت، ده للفيرست بليس. نازلين بقى لغايه التوب 8، التوب 8 دول هم اللي بياخدوا البوينتس في معظم الوقت. فانا قلت لك دلوقتي الفيرست بليس، لو انت هتبص مثلا على التوب 8، التوب 8 دايما هتلاقيهم او خلينا نقارنها بالفور بليس، المركز الرابع. احنا قلنا المركز الاول، المركز الرابع في الماستر بلس بياخد 400، في الماستر بياخد 180، في التشالنجر بياخد 120، في الدوجو بياخد 50. فانت تقدر ستيل تتأهل لكاس العالم لو حضرت الدوجو دول، بس لو كسبت كتير، يعني you have to win too much. ماستر بلس اكسبه مره او اطلع التوب 8، you're good man, you're good. فعندك بقى التأهيلات، الحاجات اللي تأهل مثلا، اللي هم هتلاقي مثلا التوب 4 في البوينتس هنا دول متأهلين كاس العالم، والباقي بيحاول يطلع لمستوى التوب 8 في البوينتس دي. كل دول بيحاولوا، حتى لو ما جابش البوينتس كفايه هتلاقيه بيروح ايفنتس معينه قريبه منه، حسب بقى هو بيجمع بوينتس، وفي نفس الوقت هو بيكسب جوائز في كل ايفنت. ف هو السيستم مش معقد، هو فكره انك بتحاول تجمع بوينتس من ايفنتس مختلفه، وحسب سهوله الايفنت بتاخد بوينتس اعلى. الكواليفيكيشن، وبالنسبه للكواليفيكيشن دايما بيبقوا التوب 19 جلوبال، فكله بيتنافس انه يبقى في الليسته دي، في التوب 19 جلوبال، بغض النظر بقى اذا كان الورلد كاب متطلب التوب 8 او، بس هم دايما في رينج ال 19 يعني. ودايما بيحاولوا يكونوا اتليست يكون في 1 ريبريزنتيف بير ريجن اتليست. يعني هتلاقي في الورلد كاب هتلاقي من امريكا، هتلاقي ممكن من روسيا، من ميدل ايست، الكلام ده. فدي خلاصة. دي خلاصة التيكن وورلد تور يا صديقي. فاعتقد النهارده اللي بنشوفه ده ماستر ايفنت، ده ماستر. فالكومبو بريكر ده ماستر، البام ماستر، الايفو بلس ده ماستر بلس، وهكذا. خلينا نرجع بقى للماتشات. اتمنى اكون انت كده فهمت نظام البطولات دي. No 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 no. What's going on?
Clive, both of these characters currently in their versions they are heavily, you see, backing up a little bit, waiting for Ulsan to maybe try and have to come.
Very careful here. He's got access to lightning. Lars, the god of thunder here. Oh, low. Gets blocked and punished by Ulsan.
We're going to see him take this one to the wall. As I always say, Lars is the #1 travel agent. Always book with him. But Clive doesn't seem like he wants to go anywhere at the moment. But he looks like he's in trouble.
هلا ايان، لايكاتكم يا شباب، اعطونا لايكات يا جماعه، صبحوا علينا باللايكات. جي جيز. الماتش الجاي شكله ماتش فرزين. We have to grow the channels. We have to
cycle through his offense, really
we have to grow the channel.
Kind of pick apart the defenses there.
That's incredible. And again, he has not been playing this character for very long, but he has been playing the game for very long.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of those players that he's so fundamentally sound that
البطولة هاي تأهل كأس العالم في الرياض، تعتبر بطولة تانية.
And he is training against, you know, the best players in the world. That does help. And
كله بيدي بوينتس، كله بيدي بوينتس، واعلى 19 بوينتس في الكومبيتيشنز كلها بتتأهلوا. بس you have to earn your points.
Because we have Nobi coming up and he has been using that Lars, so he is going to be
Hey Farzin, welcome back. you have to earn your points. بس عشان تخش البطولات دي مش محتاج، يعني مثلا البطولات الماستر تقدر تشارك فيها بدون اي بوينتس، تدخل 0-0. اي حد يقدر يشارك في بطولات الماستر، بس عشان تشارك في بطولات الورلد كاب وكاس العالم، البطولات الكبيره الماستر بلس، لازم تكون معاك بوينتس تأهلك انك تدخلها.
But might bring out that Lars, might have his Zafina, heck, maybe an Oscar.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Yeah, Chikra known for he will
حبايب قلبي،
whether it's publicly understood
اشكركم يا شباب على الدعم. ان شاء الله بطولتنا تعود قريب. والله كان المفروض اعمل بطولة امبارح بس it did not go well.
And sometimes it may be what is looked at like a rogue pick. Like for a lot of people, I think they've kind of forgotten about Clive a little bit as he got adjusted. A lot of people kind of dropped him and went somewhere else. But he's like, nah, there's something here. I don't think you guys are seeing it.
There's something cooking here. So we just have to wait to see how Chikrin will be faring on the lower side of things. Now on stage,
انا هشوف فارزين بقى يعمل ايه مع شكرن.
Farzin versus
هلا نوكتس.
potential Victor and I would say Lars matchup.
I think so. Now, the last time these guys faced, I believe there was only one major time in tournament, and that was at TWT Finals 2024. So last year, just maybe 6 to 8 months ago, and that went in Farzin's favor.
اسكا وكلاوديو لازم ممنوع بالبطولات.
Let's see if Nobi here today with a new character.
والله انا شايف ان لارس لازم ممنوع في البطولات هو وكلاوديو. لا لا لا، اسكا I get your point. الكاركتر دي مشاكل، والله مشاكل. كلاوديو يقدر يحط full pressure while he's safe, man. This is فارزين.
All right,
Okay.
we're saving budget. Again, relocation.
Let me
costs
watch.
Too much.
Farzin, please.
All right, we got
Keep it up,
Nobi
bro.
from Japan versus Falcons Farzin from Pakistan, fighting to make it to winners finals.
Early lead of life for Nobi, but we do see Farzin able to get the running too, and able to capitalize on this combo.
And using some of his heat there to really get some extra pressure, going for the upward swipe against.
Nice launcher.
Very excellent read.
Yeah, that upward swipe. He's got to be careful. That new move, especially in that EI.
انا عمري ما بضرب الكيك دي قبل الداون 2 داون 2 4 down to 3.
Big reversal attempt there from Farzin, but Nobi at range 0 was able to block, didn't press anything in that moment. Farzin flying in, flying daggers.
Oh, able to
نايس.
the flash.
مشكلة إذا ما صلح الشيء ده بعد يومين هيحصل إيه؟
Able to catch him off guard, so it makes you second
لا أنا
guess
ملاحظ
the timing. And the
كلاوديو
sidewalk
في
unable to
البطولات
get the launch, though.
غريب.
We're gonna use that Farzin
الناس
blast,
مو
that's fire.
Oh yeah.
We know he doesn't think so, but goes for the low swipe, goes for the ankles. Farzin slashing back, trying to keep him at the wall. Big back or knee into the extended animation.
You can kind of see the differences in the two Larses, right?
الناس مو متفائلة بنرفات مرة بعد يومين. أعتقد هيركزوا على الكاركتر الأو بي. أنا هشوف لسه، بس أنا أركز على الكاركترز اللي فعلا فيها مشاكل اللي هم شايفين في البطولات. لا everybody's back bro. محدش هيسيب اللعبة خلاص. اللعبة وصلت لمرحلة كده يعني إيه راضية معظم اللاعبين. لن أحكم يعني هم أصلا بيفاجئوا الناس بالتغييرات. Stands to 3.
Plus frame new move, right? Continuing just to add pressure, but Nobi making sure he's going to make use of this heat while he still can. Gets the low. The wall was not his friend there, but the Delta Slicer able to open him up.
The unfortunate side switch caused Nobi to feel like he needed to use his heat to get away from the wall using that G-Clap.
اللعبة قربت من وضع سيزون 1 تاني. في كام كاركتر بروكن والباقي هو بيشوف طريقه. It's Farzin man. GG's. What?
1-2 at the moment. This is going back and forth. Very intense, very close games. And you can see a sense of urgency in both of these players. And they are not slowing down.
They are not standing in the pocket here. Now we're introducing some lows, but Nobi unable to capitalize on that.
The off axis there with the downward kick.
Yeah.
ما هو لما يبقى كل بروكن يبقى كده بالانسد. يبقى مفيش حد بروكن.
Trying to keep him against the wall, but Farzin retaliates in return. Swipes the legs. We go for a burst.
Check it with that last thing for Farzin keeping his momentum. Tried to go for that double low strike, but Nobi not having it.
Boom.
Oh my goodness. Able to get the gunshot to close it out. Farzin means business.
Farzin, man.
Excellent work. That was a very close game. The round count didn't quite show and illustrate
كده هنشوف فارزين في الورلد كاب.
how close those rounds were. But both of them know, and they're gonna have to think about how they're gonna adapt in game 2.
Yeah, when it comes to like the micro sense of things, you really have to look into the intricacies of the back and forwards. Nobi, I think once he got into heat, he really started to feel
شخصيات ما عندها حلول ضد بعض.
got a little more
في ماتش ابس فعلا ما ينفعش تلعب حتى لو واحد اول مره يلعب ولعب ببعض الكاركترز قصاد تانيين ستيل في ادفانتج.
Plus frames and continues on with the up forward 1 series. So now Nobi gonna have to be very careful how he's gonna utilize.
وانا نفسي ما اقدرش اقول حاجه حتى لو رايي شخصي لان انا اصلا ما مسكتش الكاركتر بروكن وقعدت مثلا في البراكتس اشوف ايه الانز والاوتس وازاي السايد ستيب تايمينج والكلام ده بس I can see اقدر اقول من البطولات يعني مين فين الكاركتر اللي فيها مشاكل. وكاركتر البطولات اللي عامله مشاكل مش زي الكاركتر اللي عامله مشاكل مثلا في كل رانك او في كل رينج رانكات. في الكاركترز اللي عامله مشاكل في الازرق، كاركتر عامله مشاكل في البيربل. المشكله من وجهه نظر كل حد في مشكله في منطقه مختلفه. It's a big topic, man. It's a big topic. Nice cancel, nice cancel, nice cancel.
Oh, the sidewalk and able to actually hit a good combo here, even it's a little off axis.
Nice, goes for the spin there, limited entry. At the back, that's father like son, man. They love just picking people up by the neck and just eating them.
Exactly. So the back four has been money so far on Nobi's side. Farzin's got to stop this momentum train that is Lars.
Fuzzy taking advantage
Nice.
of infinite plus frames
Nice.
at the moment. He is going
Nice.
hard and fast, not letting Nobi
Keep it up.
And he's looking
Finish.
like he's about to take a 7 golden letters with a heat smash.
That's crazy. He's on a speed run in that round number 3. Let's see if Nobi can slow things down. However, we do see him just punching him out of the power crushes. And now Nobi trying to open up Farzine.
He's running the current new Nobi Classic, running one mix for those plus frames in the stance. But
ايه يا عم ليه معدوم؟ ما هو فارزين اهو. فارزين على فكره انا اكتشفت حاجات في لارس دلوقتي من لعب فارزين.
Able to actually, he actually baited out the
the
back
guy
two.
parried.
And now Farzine, he's lightning for breakfast. Nobi able to retaliate. It was 3-1 in rounds in game 1.
انا اول مره اعرف ان دي بتفصل بجاب. في ستانس عند لارس كده ترانزيشن بيتفصل بجاب.
Lars fans are eating good at the moment.
The two of them, they're gonna be on stage for sure.
Oh, just one Lars fan.
But we do head. I mean, relocation costs, Brown. Man, look at this. We're back in Delicate
Man, I
Palace.
don't know. Budget's getting hefty out here.
I know. So, is the confidence rising in Nobi? Let's see as he tries to attempt to just jab interrupt with the down ones.
I think he is. Right now we're seeing a lot of stick and move from Nobi. He's hitting a couple, backing up, waiting for Farzine to retaliate, because in the last game, especially round start, he would start or Farzine would start and they would
في دخلة تانية.
started trading blows.
Ooh,
Okay,
sidestep
okay.
unable to capitalize, forcing Farzine to actually use his heat. No more meter on both sides here.
And excellent work here from both players, getting similarly on health, but Farzine a little bit of a life lead, goes for the double low slash and goes back to the legs. Third time.
Nice low pressure, nice low, nice
So
low.
Nobi playing around with that movement, but a little bit of hesitation, a little gun shy here for Farzine to capitalize on that round number 1.
And that downward backhand.
Nice.
Lars is amazingly strong. Started the round with it, but Farzine.
Whoa.
Big reselect. No, hit me with 3 of those at the end of that round. I'm not letting you continue that. Excellent knock on the high. Activates heat. Got him to the wall. Huge combo here and still full of resource.
Oh my god, still keep the lightning going. The lightning storms continue on with that.
يعني this is the best of Victor versus these character. دلوقتي مش موضوع لما بنوصل للمرحله دي في البطولات ما بتبقاش بقى سكيل. اتس ا ماتش اب. لان كل الناس اللي بتلعب دي كويسه. والله اللي بيفرق في دايما في التوب 8 دايما الكاركتر هو اللي بيفرق مش المهاره. لان هم خلاص وصلوا للمرحله انهم عارفين البانشمنتس. everybody knows how to punish, how to بيقروا بعض كويس, good reading, تعامل مع 50-50 option selects. they all have it. اللي بيفرق في المرحله دي بقى الكاركتر اللي بيديك الايدج, الادفانتج. Let's be honest guys, فيكتور ما بيديش الايدج ده. Come on man, if he done it والله legend. والله if you take this match يعني أسطورة, هيبقى أسطورة. فيكتور والميكانكس بتاعته ما يتقارنش مع اللي بيعمله لارس دلوقتي يعني. Let's go man.
It's a gun show right now. Don't bring lightning to a gunfight, says Farzine. Finds the wall as well, trying to capitalize as much as he can. Plus frames after plus frames.
He's got the anger of the earth on his side. Brings up that geyser now, keeping him at that wall. And the downward strike on the sword to close it out. Farzine.
No way.
And he just brought it back.
Obliterated the life, the way he was able to make that happen. Amazing stuff. So Farzine moving on. Gonna face Ulsan, sending Nobi to the loser side.
Okay.
رجعنا لفيكتور تاني. كل ما افكر اغير انتباهي شويه عن فيكتور ونغير في اللعيبه يرجعني. نايس والله نايس. لو شفت امبارح, انا اكيد شفت امبارح ماتش مع ني. اكيد شفت الماتش مع ني امبارح.
There was a lot of opportunities where Farzine definitely knows enough about that matchup where he was able to challenge at opportune points. He didn't usually get hit.
حبيبي راعي فيكتور, ما هو الوحيد اللي دايما بيخش التوب 8 بفيكتور. الوحيد اللي دايما مركز بيخش التوب 8 بفيكتور. مع انه على فكره متاكد انه قوي بيوشي وقوي بكام كاركتر تاني, بس على طول بيحط فيكتور كده في الصداره. till today انا عمري ما شفته بيصعد للمراكز دي بالفيكتور في ماستر ايفنت. ارسو اسكو شايف الكومبو دامج والتوصيل مع التيل سبين. شلت كل الهيلث من كومبو واحد ويبقى لاست ميكس اب على الاخير تخمين, على الرغم من الباف هيلث ما تغير شيء ضد بعض الكاركترز.
The down back 4, that was super well.
He is a loyal. He is a loyal, yes.
But when he did, it definitely
That was
counted.
pivotal. He chose the exact moment. And then again that goes back.
لا و it seems like يعني المرة دي بتوع باكستان جايين متمرنين بطريقة مختلفة خالص. خلصان.
But right now we have Arslan Ash.
Arslan for losers.
Japan versus Korea on the losers side. So somebody is gonna fall here and have to play against Nobi.
Yeah, Japan versus Pakistan. So it seems like.
Your skin.
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't realize it inside. My bad. Japan versus Pakistan. That's a storied one.
لا دي إعادة المباشر كان الساعة 3 الفجر.
But Japan versus Pakistan is starting to become more and more, as more Japanese players are traveling a lot, we're seeing a lot more of that talent show itself, and that rivalry start cooking up.
Start to bloom, I would have to say, and the Japan players have been showing up. Nobi, Shikarin, as well as Keisuke, both qualifying for EWC, and also here at top 8. If I look at the leaderboards in terms of this one, it is
هي امبارح 3 الفجر دي كان بتوقيتهم 10 الصبح يعني لسه الشباب قايمة من النوم. أنا لسه شايف حتى العينين منفخة ف يا رب يكونوا سخنوا بقى. يا رب ما يكونش أول ماتش ليهم في اليوم.
Who invited this guy?
Kazuya specialist. Okay, let's see it.
We're back at this stage. I'm loving it today.
It's always the start. It's always Midnight Siege. But I would have to say extra urgency in this match, Brownman, since it is losers top 8.
Yes, there's a lot on the line. That Kazuya's looking fresh. I'm just not mesmerized by that suit. That is so sick.
That's real snakeskin, bro. That's white.
Alright, excellent punish distance. Now, Kazuya, traditionally, it is hard for him to fight against characters like Nina, who are super agile, super pokey. Don't give him the space to start using his best tool.
Exactly, but that wall explosion able to keep Arslan Ash at bay, but he is known to live in this type of territory. Keisuke needs to kill and kill now, and that's what he did.
Amazing work, and they used that heat dash to really use the plus range into the stature kick, and Arslan was not ready, but as you give Arslan more time, he's going to start working out Keisuke's timing.
Ooh, we walk in, we tour in the Midnight Siege, says Keisuke. So now Arslan Ash fighting back for center advantage here, and let's see if he can make the most out of this real estate.
Now you can see Arslan intercepting, interrupting, and using off timing to stop Keisuke's offense. He felt something in the first round, he's like, okay, I think I've got a rough read on your rhythm. I'm going to start using that. But Keisuke fighting back, activating heat, going full devil mode. Got the wings.
Unable to actually get the crowd gasping, but Keisuke unfortunately unable to capitalize on that. Arslan Ash showing him the gun show, while Keisuke, the rage unfortunately not going to be used. Big low by Arslan Ash to close it out.
You got a big track there with that counter hit low. Now 1 round apiece. Oh, gets that electric on the trade. Had extra frames to work with as well. Taking this one to the wall. Let's see what kind of combo he gets. Spikes him down, ends it with the geyser.
Can I just say, I love the Melbourne crowd. They are reacting to all the electrics, all the big swings from Arslan Ash and Keisuke.
Tekken's a Melbourne. Melbourne is a Tekken city. Ends up with the laser.
Okay, X-Ray, we keep going here, says Arslan Ash. Recovering the life, holding on to the heat as well.
This is going to be a rough situation for Keisuke. He gets stepped on. Back to the wall, back to the corner. Arslan very good at locking you down, moving to the side.
Ooh! Oh my goodness!
Down forward to electric.
Big opening for Arslan Ash to make this comeback happen. He does have the life lead. Goes for the rage art. Caught him pressing, says Keisuke.
He should not have gone
Nice.
for that in theory.
Nice. Wallah, good Kazuya.
Sometimes, and you think
Good
if you can
Kazuya,
inflict
man.
mental damage to your opponent, sometimes it's worth it. He wanted that down forward to electric. That Kazuya.
He wants to keep his hands warm. He wants to be able to make sure he's got his electrics on point, paid the bills. All right, we're going to use the electricity, folks. Let's leave the air conditioning on at night.
All right, 2 rounds to 1. Keisuke in the lead. Arslan was looking very strong after that first round that Keisuke took, but Keisuke finding his footing and coming back.
Ooh, 1-1s, getting ducked. Oh, big block from Arslan Ash. Let's see him make this comeback happen. Trying to push for the wall.
Going to be a hefty one. Takes it over there, activates heat. Now has a lot of situations that are available to him. Nice duck. And again, locking him down.
True, and this is where Nina's
damn
wheelhouse, right? You
poking,
want to play
man.
the smothering
You
game,
cannot
you want
stay
to pepper
still.
some lows, some mids, but Keisuke does have the rage. Oh my goodness, able to actually use the dash to keep things safe.
المشكلة الميكس ابس دي لما تفولو اب بقى بلو كاونتر او لو لانشرز او وات ايفر بقى
Changing up the conversation just when you think you have all the answers, Ash changes the question. But
Nice.
sidestep in response for Keisuke.
That was a big read there with that step and excellent punish. Now giving Keisuke momentum to potentially take this last round.
Okay, we continue on here. Big damage on the board for Keisuke.
Nice.
But as I say that, the block held sweep for Ash to gain all this health back as well as pop heat.
And that's the thing. You got to risk it for the biscuit. You're going to live and die.
ازاي بيشوف اللوز دي في وسط الهيل بتاع الماتش يعني؟
was hoping to whiff punish that spring kicks, but it did clip him on the side.
Did, but Ash still holding on to this heat. Nice interruption from Keisuke. Not allowing Ash
لا
to
بيبقى
even use the heat.
read.
He does have
Okay.
access to rage. Jab pressure coming from Ash.
And Asan going with that down forward 1-2, getting those strings, trying to catch KSK slipping, but goes under the jab. He's going for that. Oh! One more hit's all he needs. He goes for the generic low and the wild standing 2 punish.
That was a good read, man. That was a good read.
Gotta give it up to these guys. They are betting it all in the
يا نهار
final seconds. Big
أبيض.
low after a big low. Quite the back and forth experience here. You see how Keisuke and Ash, they didn't get
مين يقول انه شاف الكيسكي ده مين يقول انه شاف اللو مين قال انه بريدكتد لو انا ما اعرفش يعني السكيل اللي موجوده دلوقتي ريدنج ولا رياكشن بالذات لما يبقوا تو لوز ورا بعض يعني what kind of reading is this
interested to see what he's got in store for game 2 because we've seen him make huge comebacks like this before.
Oh, for sure. This is I mean, he's not out of the woods, but he has been he's been in this territory before. But the twin pistons to open up Ash. Keisuke is going to try to continue on the offense here.
Again, the first round of the first game. Again, big twin pistons to start it off. We're back at it. They tried to go for another one, but Arslan, again, interrupting the timing, not letting Keisuke breathe. Trying to get Keisuke to commit to bigger buttons or be less comfortable in close range.
True, and what Arslan is doing, it's a game of volume, right? Offense after offense, testing out the defense, making Keisuke move, overextend here, but the 1-1-2 finds its mark, gets the mid option as well.
Nice. Snatch kick a bit out of range. Was hoping to get him on the ground.
True. More jab pressures. The big wipe the floor to follow it up. Final seconds. Ash looking for the finish. But Keisuke, he's got to make something happen. But walks into the 2-hit string for Ash to take round 1.
Those down forward string variations are super strong against Kazuya. Where he...
أنا محتاج نوع التمرين ده مع اللوز محتاج نوع التمرين ده بشوف
He's struggling to deal with it at the moment because he needs a big movement to get out of the way. It's going to be difficult to punish Arslan Ash on a whiff. But as I say,
he's able to find that whiff.
And he needs to get space and then come in. But if he's stuck at range 0, he needs to make those hard reads to step or duck something when Arslan makes a mistake. But Arslan's trying to keep it really tight at the moment.
He is. Wants to keep it like a phone booth, but it seems like he has the corner advantage. Goes for the grab. Techs it though.
All right, coming in. Again, both of them were approaching. Arslan knew Keisuke might go for the electric, snuffed it out first with the 1-2, not giving him a chance.
Okay, Keisuke had to spend the heat, but Ash dashes in retaliation. Tries to go for the DF pressure. Can he actually open up Keisuke here? Keisuke back dashing for his life.
And tracking him. He knows he's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stack something. I'm going to track you and then do it again and again and again.
Wow.
Rinse and repeat. And 2 rounds. Again, he is kept stronger to his game plan this time, taking far less risk. Again, going for the downfall to electric, evidently, but not working out the second time. Maybe the third time's a charm. I don't know. But Arslan playing his game.
Yeah, he's actually... Ash wants Keisuke to buckle under the pressure that he's putting on him. And it always whittles down to the final round. Stiletto heal, but the response was an electric. Keisuke needs to get his pound of flesh for the sequence.
And that was a good opportunity for Keisuke. Oh, see, again, as I was saying, when Keisuke is stuck at range 0, it's Arslan's territory. Yes. When he's given the opportunity to move back and even just an extra few inches, he can use that electric, use that wave dash, close the distance before Arslan's able to get something.
Keisuke's making the approach, leading the stance. He finds that electric, but Arslan able to duck under that high, continuing the combo here to find the wall and also pop that heat.
That's a nice tail spin here. Trying to lock him down. He wants to close this out here to take the second game. The guns are flying. The bullets are flying. He got the X-ray into the wall splat. Arslan
able to get the last round here to tie up the games. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game number 3. One of these players will be sent out of the top 8.
That's going to be rough. Oh man, I think for a lot of people they were maybe expecting Arslan to be more dominant in the set, but Keisuke has definitely done his homework and has really tuned up his game and tightened up over the last maybe six to 8 months. So right now we're seeing a new Keisuke.
Yeah, definitely. Ivory Cutter to start things out, making Arson actually step on the gas a little more, add more bullets to this arsenal. 1-1-2 finds him in as the approach, and now it's Keisuke that wants to operate on his wheelhouse of offense.
Nice. We're going under some of these jabs, getting very mobile. Again, hard left walks here from Arsan, the traditional way to step in Mishima, and it is very effective at the moment. What has Keisuke got in store to stop that?
He's walking right, trying to realign himself towards the wall, forcing the heat to come out of Arslan. Let's see how Keisuke will respond in return. Goes for some mid options here, but Arslan with a great punish.
Keisuke looks like he's really banking on 1-2 extension, so he's trying to throw out that down 4-2 to catch with the counter hit. Activates heat. Excellent whiff punish there. Goes for the spinning demon.
Yup, able to get that sidestep option, but Arsanash trying to put the brakes there. 1-2s. Oh, able to get the block and that punish. Final sequence for both these players and the final seconds.
And goes for the low slide to close it out. Arsan Ash keeping composed. Honestly, I was like, yo, Keisuke might throw out that hell sweep, and I don't know if Arsan's going to block it.
I don't know, maybe you just reminded him. Let's see if he's going to go to the option. Ivory Cutter to continue the trade in favor of no one. Keisuke needs to make this approach happen, but as he comes in, just like a moth to a flame, Arsanash finds the launch.
Gets a good splat there, activating that heat, trying to close this round out. Spikes him down, goes for the upper. Ooh, and that heat activation.
Love the movement, able to get the lasers, and now we see him trying to move. Duck and dive and goes for the dash in. Wow, hell sweep's coming out, Brown.
Breaking out the hell sweep in case of emergency. Uses the statue kick, gets a little bit of plus frames, but a bit far away. Down forward 1-4 into the stomp to make a point, even on rounds, even on games.
Can this game get any more evenly matched, folks? Arsanash, Keisuke fighting for their tournament lives here at the Battle Arena, Melbourne.
Woo! Spun around. He's honorable. He won't hit you when your back's turning. He'll wait till you turn around to hit you.
No, I want to hit you while you're facing me, folks. That is what Keisuke is saying, but Arsanash, though, fighting back here.
Sends him over, trying to lock him down somewhere.
ارسلان دايما بينجح انه يعني بيستي كونسيستنت قوي على البوكينج، يعني ما بيخرجش كتير بره السياق، يعني تلاقي كازويا بيبوك وبيفتح وبيجو اجريسيف. ارسلان ستيل كده يعني تركيز رهيب، ده تركيز رهيب ان انت تفضل مركز على نفس طريقة اللعب ما تغيرهاش لغاية اخر الماتش، حتى لو في شيء مغري، حتى لو في This is a good
they're starting to look like he's electric timing, so I'm not sure if he's missing some of the options he's looking for, but right now he's one round away from getting knocked out at ban 15. Arslan trying to go back to his style that's been working the best.
True cautionary hazard if you're using such a high execution character like Kazuya, but Arsanash finding
keep the opponent guessing. This is how he plays, always. Keep the opponent guessing.
Make a comeback here.
Using a lot of plus frames.
Now we continue on stiletto heel after stiletto heel. We continue on with the dash in. Keisuke has to use up the heat, has to use up the rage, unable to get the mid check here.
And there we go, 7 golden letters, ends it with that low. Keisuke, he's still thinking about that one. He's still
processing
what happened. Yeah.
I wonder what went through Arsanash's head when he was computing the adjustments, like maybe more offense. Check, like he pointed out. I like how he said the approach was more for Keisuke, but once Arsanash has closed that distance, he's really able to dictate the pace of that dance. And I mean, I guess it's cautionary hazard if you're working with Kazuya. Like the execution has to be on point with a lot on the line. You have to be able to make sure you are on point with everything that you do or execute.
I'm curious because I do want to ask him about that later. Those down forward 2 timings felt very similar to his electrics, as I mentioned, and they were at a distance. I'm like, maybe he'll just keep that electric. I'll ask him later. I know, as Mishima struggles sometimes. But
you would know. But man, these matches have been so intense, and if you guys want to check out the VODs, check out the highlights, check us out streaming, you check us out at Tekken and at BNE Sports on X, and for the VODs, it's at YouTube at BNE Sports. And bro, man, how can people know about the Tekken World Tour? Where do they gotta go?
Well, they gotta look at
TekkenWorldTour.com, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you gotta go to get the latest and greatest news with anything related to Tekken and the World Tour. You can see the points there. You can see where the next challenger events, where the dojo is. Sign up as well. We need to see your points. We're looking at you guys.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
You've been noticing. Some of you guys have points. You didn't look at it. But we'll let you guys go do that now. You're in timeout. Go over there. Catch you guys soon.
Is there was it's called 50-50 start play? Keep them guessing. No, مش 50-50. هو if you see like he does his 2 jabs أو the down forward 2 jab بعد كده 2 كده the duck to avoid أو side step. You never know if he's ducking or side stepping. He ducks, side step, he goes again with the safe jab.
With the legendary drum in hand, guide the Patapons as the new mighty one to Earthend. Advance, full speed ahead.
اوكي خلينا نجري للماتش اللي بعده.
Ready, aim, fire.
And welcome back, folks, to some top 8 Tekken action here at Battle Arena Melbourne. Parched by some Brown Man at your service for this one, and we're still at the loser side of things. Tell me about this next match we're about to see, Brown Man.
We're gonna see Rangchu versus Ni, both hailing from Korea. Rangchu a little bit living in Japan, got married, happy life. But both of them Korean killers,
Yes.
through and through.
True, true. We just saw how Arzanash and Keisuke fared out. It was 2-1. Now we're heading towards our last losers round 1. It is going to be Rangchu versus Ni. The winner will have the prize of facing Chikarin, if that is a prize. This gauntlet of back-to-back and stacked Tekken matches really never stop here at Battle Arena Melbourne. We have our 2 Titans on stage already.
2 Titans!
Both of these boys are extremely
Coming up.
stubborn in amazing form. I think Rangchu's a little bit behind on performance at the moment in the points, if you look at the points total.
Oh, yeah.
But Ni got a big boost from me. But
Ni's like top 3. Ni right now is at 2nd place with 1,100 points, while Rangchu is at 9th place, 395. Again, you did talk about the disparity, the 1st, the 3rd, and everyone else. But, my goodness, big back 1 to remind us it's Ni. Unable to capitalize, but still, that's good on Rangchu's side.
and starts off with that big chopping elbow. We were talking about the stage before as well. Another chopping elbow.
Midnight, oh god.
I think this is the official BAM 15 stage.
Yeah, that is true. It's a Midnight Siege. Able to get the Vulcan Punch. Unable to finish the combo though, but still resplats Rangchu.
And Ni has assigned Rangchu to that specific wall.
Stay there. Timeout. You're in timeout.
Time out. Big Bear in Bumblebee costume. This is we call this here the Benson fit.
Oh,
Local players.
shout out Benson the Bug. Let's go. X-Ray as well. Hey, Brown Man, would you rather face a brown bear or a panda?
I don't know. What about a coyote though?
I'll take my chances on the bears, folks.
Understandable.
So now, able to get the low sweep. Goes for the power crush, but now, nice escape by Ni.
All right, spacing it. Now, Ni's, I think that was the biggest period of time that Ni didn't press a button on offense just then, and it did cost him that. Rangchu taking the second round.
So still a back and forth battle we go. Remind me again on the, wow, okay, later on, like the results are like the matchup knowledge they have on each other. Another bear bite here just for the X-ray, but still early in life, it's still all good.
Goes to the Big Bear X, activates heat, trying to fight back. Down forward for a stubby leg, but did reach the distance. Goes to the mini hop kick, excellent punish from Ni. Has heat, trying to push him against that wall.
Okay, cannonball strike just for more plus frames. Got to duck that. Oh, trying to go for some taunt pressure. The movement, the lie down, the backstroke. What is going on?
البير ما كله دلوقتي خايف من البير ده. صارت مشكلة والله.
But here we go, Ni trying to take it back to the wall, and you saw what Brian's like to do with the wall, and a lot of big body stuff happening here. For you.
Ooh, cannonball strike once again for more pressure, but Ni able to close it out, putting finishing touches here to take round number 3.
Trying to taunt dash on his corpse to assert his dominance, crazy work. But now absolutely ragdolling this man.
Always starting out the round like that, so let's see if it's going to catch on, but an orbital well placed is going to find its mark, and Ni now pushing for the wall.
And had to use a shorter combo there to take that wall and get a good splat. Excellent wall combo again, just threatening with that taunt. Hasn't been successful so far, but all it takes is one heat smash, jumping Ni and a huge life lead.
So quick on the trigger there, but we're going swim in at the Midnight Siege. Rangchu taking out the beach ball, but Knee with a life advantage, significant lead here, and also pressure, but the bear hell sweep, folks.
Big commitment. You saw Knee trying to lock Rangchu down with the jab, sidestep jab, but Rangchu had a big commit, expecting a slower button on the,
my goodness.
the sidesteps.
Wow.
Knee closing it out with the machine gun punches.
Yeah, able to actually catch it. The big body actually just not to the advantage of Rangchu, I'd have to say, in the Midnight Siege. Really good pressure. A lot of the damage did excel back against the wall here. So going with the Kuma here. You know, he's smarter than your average bear.
I hear that.
Smarter than your average bear.
I don't know if he would be in the fight, the face punching business.
That is true. I don't know. Let's see how smart he is going up against Brian here. Changing out the beach ball for the salmon and electrics as well.
He hungry. Electric Salmon sounds like a sick band, I'm not gonna lie. Extra plus frames on that downward strike. Now Knee, just a bit cautious, spacing out, waiting to see what type of style Rangchu's trying to play this time.
True, trying to go for those swipes down below. Goes for the heat. Oh my god, walked into that counter, that Knee.
Well, I think that's his namesake.
True, living up to that. Oh, unable to follow up though, still holding up the Snake Eyes and the heat. Goes for the Salmon Smash, but Knee gets swiped before you go for the Cannonball Strike.
Again, rolls away. This seems scripted.
Telling you, man, he's smarter than your average bear, but you gotta close out the rounds, Rangchu. Can he actually find the finish?
All right, let's go with the Snake Eyes into the ring, and the 2-1 to close it out there for Rangchu, getting on the board.
Yeah, he's been actually stopping a lot of the offensive attempts of any of the players this week for the 2-1s, but counter hit Knee, forward 3, let's see it.
He was just dashing right up in his face and hit that forward 3 Knee counter hit at the perfect timing.
Oh, nice wake-up option there by Rangchu. Knee able to get the elbow and push for the wall once again. Not much life on Kuma's side.
Doesn't charge it up there.
Okay.
Back to the wall though, Rangchu in trouble, and Knee just using that lateral movement.
Ooh, gets the electric and the bear swipe here just to add more pressure. We're going coast to coast, folks, courtesy of Rangchu.
Like that big butt bump there, huge damage. Rangchu fighting back. Ooh, went for the Brian electric, but nobody home. Demon's Breath to close it out. Bear breath.
Yep, true. Bear's Breath turns the floor purple here. Engage once again. Bear electrics. Beware.
At the start of the set, Knee was finding great success with the chopping elbow.
Yeah.
He's gone back to it a few times since, and just Rangchu has kept an eye on it and not allowed it to get as much reward as before.
What a response from a whiffed Salmon Smash. He's able to go for the counter hit, and now Knee activating the heat and also activating the floor break.
He's got all his resources, unlimited Snake Eyes, got that heat ready to go, but Rangchu fighting back. No resources of his own, but uses that grab break to get to the wall.
Yo, if you have unlimited Snake Eyes, you want to roll that dice. Knee, though, holding on to one pair here. Let's see how he's going to use it. Cannonball strike. Oh my god, the bear can catching Knee.
That second hit, and the crowd felt that. Went for the spike into the ground break. Should be getting the rage out. Batter up. Salmon for dinner. Or rocket salmon.
Yeah. Support your local band, folks. Electric Salmon.
Electric Salmon.
You get a one more
Playing at your
go,
local
Mr.
club,
Knee.
courtesy of Kuma.
One
So
more
shout
go.
out to Rangchu, able to actually tie things up. Again, big implications for this matchup, folks, because they are fighting for their tournament lives.
And we did see Infested come up and speak to Knee for a moment. And if we look back at their history,
Yes, please tell us.
their score currently, as far as the official tournaments are concerned, Rangchu 2, Knee 4 in sets. And their last set was at EVO Japan. Most of you probably saw it was 0-2 Knee's way. He was on fire that day. Let's see if Rangchu can start turning the score in his favor and get a lick in.
Or will history repeat itself, right? Knee starting out with some conservative offense, but let's see some bear G-clef cannons here.
Going for it. There goes the bear stance, spikes him down. Well, didn't get the hit confirm he might have been looking for, but still in a reasonable position.
Yo, he throwing paws, jabs, electrics. Let's keep him at the wall, folks.
The butt damage at the end. Looking to close it out. But clutch, low parry. Trying to get a big combo here.
Nice. Gets the wall break as well. Activation station. And we see Knee pushing for the wall here. Charge it up.
Oh! Didn't get what he was looking for. Maybe perhaps got an up forward 4 instead of up forward 3+4, and might be paying for it here. goes into bear stance. Ranchu smelled blood in the water and took advantage of it, took a bite.
Beware of bears, folks. That was crazy. Finding the opening there, unfortunately unable to get the orbitals. Got to be able to know what combo to do for the bear bodies. But we do see another can for the hip smash here to stop the offensive knee.
That was a very good can-cans. He had a feeling, and he's been hitting a few of those. He's very good at that. Tries to get a bear X near the wall, going for those lows. Knee again chipping as well.
Now, who says bears can't kick? You got hell sweeps, you got can-cans, and now this bear looks like he might have the wall. He has this electric though. Rangchu looking real strong in round number 2.
The bear breath, heat dash to close out with the bicycle kick into the spike down. And here we go. This might be set point here for Rangchu.
Trying to just jab his way for the offense. Blocks the low hatchet kick attempt by Knee. How will Knee make this comeback? He is known for this, but the wake-up option by Rangchu.
Thinks he's the Undertaker out here.
We do an abs day, yeah, exactly. Rising.
All right, going for it. He's got that heat. He wants to make it hurt, and he does. Gets that big heat bear electric, and that's to potentially break a wall. No, spikes him down, takes the free damage.
Oh my goodness.
One more hit is all he needs. 3+4 tried to keep him out. The Salmon's out of here. Gets the big Brian electric. Might break that wall, as I mentioned before.
And he actually do it though. Okay, goes for the Vulcan Buster. Keeps the real estate advantage. Has healed up and charges it up, folks. Rangchu in big trouble. Knee with Snake Eyes and Rage, but unable to get it though.
Runs in with the bear stance, but Knee keeps him out with the forward 2 Snake Eyes string. Staying on the board and staying alive. 2 rounds to 1 at the moment. Starting off the round with the bear stance, goes for the plus frame charge.
Full advantage here from Rangchu, still at set point here. Knee still living on a prayer and hanging by a thread here. He needs to stay alive here, slow things down, and find his own timing. And nice duck for the punish.
There we go. Knee was tying his shoes and saw a high, punished it, and now on his way to potentially taking it to final round. Big machine gun punches at the wall. Heat smash used, trying to keep him there, just get him with something.
Okay, now it's Rangchu's turn, unable to get it off axis. Trying to go for some electrics. He doesn't have Snake Eyes or heat, so this is Rangchu's big opportunity to go for the Salmon Smash.
Salmon Smash in, and he's running forward to him. He goes underneath the mid. Anybody's game at the moment, dashing each other's face. Knee trying to check with the down forward once. Oh! He punished the grab with his own grab.
Able to get the victory here. Beware of bears,
Nice.
folks.
GG's,
Beware of
guys.
bears here, and bam.
My
And
goodness.
Rangchu sending Knee out of this tournament. But Knee sitting well with points, and pretty sure top 8 placement is still very good in terms of the leaderboard standings.
Well, amazing. That was crazy. We need to chill for a second.
GG's, guys.
That was insanity. That could have been anyone's game. And again, Knee was looking very strong early on.
Yeah.
You know, really had his time. He got those counter hits, and Rangchu was just able to bring it back. And one thing that I've always noted with Rangchu is, for whatever reason, he's very good at either reacting or just having the feeling for when big lows are coming.
Yeah, he does.
He punished quite a lot of hatchets, and I think for a lot of the light ones, he's like, look, I don't want to have to employ the mind game anti-strat to deal with. So I'll just let a lot of these lows go, and then just worry about other things.
Yeah, and then when push comes to shove, he's able to actually capitalize on that. One thing I also like noticing is his jab timing is just so good with the keep out. His 2-1's really good. And like you said, man's the Undertaker. The way he just wakes up and knows. And we saw a lot of instances where he rolled around. He just knows how to play the ground game really good. Can't wait to see how this is going to shake out. But we can't rest just yet. We still got to keep going here on the loser side of things. It's Nobi versus Ulsan. Oh, sorry. Nobi versus Arzanash.
It's going to be a big one. I think
نفس الاسماء في التوب 8 نفس الاسماء يعني ممكن انا اصلا جاي النهارده وعارف مين اللي طلع التوب 8 من غير ما اكمل بطولة امبارح.
Yeah, hey, it might be a Lars mirror. I know.
But I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah. Arslan has been known to have the Lars.
Yeah, and he also made the Lars at one point for
Yeah,
a little bit. But the Nina has always been his rock, his go-to character. And it seems like we might be seeing that Nina. He did lock in with it, but it seems like we're just going to wait for the next pick.
Oh, the Steve. Okay.
His character.
And he's in his character pool.
Yes. I can't wait to see this. Shout out to all the Steve mains out there. I didn't actually see that much Steve in the commentary block.
We're hurtling to Earth at 1 billion miles an hour. I don't know how we're breathing up here, but we managed.
We managed to have a boxing match and a gunfight here. So we shall see the Steve come out first. Again, big implications here for losers quarterfinals, folks.
Ooh, big back one to start it out, making a statement. That's Steve's favorite move. He just daily back one on counter hit, and
Oh, yeah, that's all he thinks about. Back one, beat down punch. Let's keep going.
Down too nice, gets the yeet, no break.
Family rivalry as we speak, just goes for the activation, but we do see the slide in counter hit by Ash.
Strikes him down, trying to step on him, not in there. And remember, this is a mother-son match.
Yes, that is true. Settle it on Earth. No, we're hurling towards Earth. Ash now gaining the gray health back. Oh, evil missed, but Nobi's still leading the charge in terms of life.
Trying to go for that rocket punch near the wall. He knows he's just in that wall slide distance. A nice orbital
Oh my God.
That's orbital slap.
Able to actually turn things around with a significant life lead. Ash always has that Uno reverse card in his pocket. You cannot breathe easy unless someone calls that you have won that round if you're up against Ash.
Amazing work. Round 2. Let's see. So Nobi was very commanding at the start of that. Asan was just able to bring it back, got his number, and dialed it.
Courtesy of that back one, gotta work. Watch out for the Lionheart stance.
ستيف ماتش اب كويس قدام نينا.
Right, down forward one.
الباك 3 بتاعته ممكن تفصل السترينجز بتاعها.
He's trying to back up. He against Nina, as we mentioned in the previous set, against Nina you want to back up a bit.
بس اللوز تقتله. اللوز تقتله.
So let's see how Steve's approach tools will play into factor of Nobi's game plan here. But now this is the wheelhouse you want to be in if you're Nina, right? Push against the wall. Oh, gets the guard break. Gets the 2-hit. No 10 count punish there for Nobi. Just dashes in with some dirty boxing.
Goes for the dirty smash and went for it again. Oh, and got a side switch. Won't be dead here, I don't believe. Actually, no, I don't want to say that.
Yeah, I don't say that.
Withdrawn.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, just in case.
Okay.
Gets off the low kick.
Oh my goodness! Catches him dashing in. Second time we saw a rage arc here. Floor is lava. Let's see how Nobi has actually been winning the exchanges round start, but Ash just finds a way to get back in the match.
The extended duck options there. Arslan and eating any. Alright, the tables have turned. It's a huge uppercut. There are ways to spin around at that time, but he was not ready for it.
Able to get the floor explosion here. Machine gun punches at the corner, but 1-1-2s. Oh, nice interrupt by Ash.
That was very clever there by Nobi. Just did the first hit, knowing most likely Arslan's not going to be considering the second not coming. Went for the immediate punish and got to take advantage of it.
Round start Lion hard here. Gonna see some stiletto heals. Jab interrupts from downtown, but Ash blonde bomb just to push for the center.
Ooh. He held that, tying her shoelaces, and really got the punish.
Now we see just the the offensive volume of Nina here. Let's see how Nobi's gonna play with his heat. Box 5.
Let's go, excellent combo, excellent wall splat. Still got that heat. Goes for the massage at the end.
God. Oh my goodness.
That's gonna cost him.
Oh wow, just goes for the machine gun punches, the onslaught of offense for Nobi to turn things around, folks. That's the Fox 5 special.
No matter how nice launch there, no matter how good you are sometimes when there's a million things flying at you at once, you're gonna spring king at the most inopportune time no matter how good you are.
Okay, beat down punch for the follow-up here. Goes for another downtown punch, but Ash trying to fight his way back in this matchup.
A little bit of a trade, going for that low, trying to build up that steam. Now again, Nobi's doing a great job at keeping that rubber band game played. He's getting Arslan to come in as he's going out, and that heat smash should close out the round, spikes him down, making that statement, taking game 1.
Okay, Nobi off to a good start, but we've seen this before up against Keisuke, right? Keisuke found that offense. Ash starts thinking about what he's gonna do next, starts computing the matchup, and then he turns things around. Heading to Urban Square, folks. Let's see the adjustments made on both sides.
Let's get it going now. Again, I think Nobi's doing an amazing job, and with the tool set of Steve, he's also got the Steve back tempo, right?
Yeah.
He can go back, go into Lionheart, and just wait for a second. Now that I think is having to be played in a way where Arslan needs to take more risk coming in, where Nobi has the ability to jump back and cover that distance in a better way.
Yeah, I think that can make you second guess your offense, especially Nina, right? You kind of want, like you pointed out, you want to play in that telephone booth range. You want to keep things like that, but the back one on the approach is going to stop Ash in his tracks.
And activates that heat. Good combo here. Looking like a
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh no, he went peekaboo, but he didn't do anything with it. Ducks, but able to get the heat smash corner advantage as well.
Gonna be dead, but one more big hit could take it, and the delay.
No way.
Excellent work.
Wow, Nobi looking real strong here. Arzanash trying to find an answer to the Steve Fox.
Rocket punch tried to spin on him.
No.
Gets has to eat a punch.
Back turn, though, able to actually realign. Excellent combo by Arzanash, fighting for the center of the stage and also activates as well.
And taking him a bit further downtown. It got to the end of the screen, actually. Now, Nobi went under. Got a counter hit for a jab on that Arslan slide.
Yep, there's that relentless pace we're so used to seeing by Arzanash. All gas, no brakes, but able to. You got to double tap, right? You got to double. Yeah, able. The guns didn't have that much ammo. All right, I'm gonna finish the job here. Get that round number 2.
Starts off with the low there from Nobi. Again, spacing out once again, trying to keep him out with the back one. Arslan doing a great job coming in now, using grabs a bit more.
True. Okay, we get the engage. We try to push for the wall here, but nice down jab just to interrupt.
Now Arslan's feeling a bit flustered and just a bit pressured. He's going more for down jabs to try and stop the momentum Nobi's building.
Yeah, and also taking a risk was that with that wipe the floor, we did see how Nobi was able to duck a lot of the options here. But we're gonna shoot the guns, show it's a gun show, and now high splat gonna try to finish it off.
Excellent work. 2 rounds to 1. Arslan figuring a few things out, slowly bringing this one back. And again, jumps back, wants to cover the distance in case Arslan is going to commit to something big. He can get a huge whip punish off that.
Ooh, the wild man sequence to the back one, and now Arzanash gonna get introduced to this wall. Great start for Nobi.
Hitting the barriers. Anyone hungry for a hot dog?
Oh my,
dirty smash. Into that punch.
nice.
The Sonic Fang gets gets heated through.
Goes for another Sonic Fang just to keep it going.
Ooh.
Press? Oh wow.
No
Goes
way.
for the punish.
No way.
Nobi, 1 round
ليه
away
أرسلان
from
عمل كده؟
moving on in this tournament.
Arslan's going to need to make something happen here. He's 1 round away from getting eliminated here. Bam, 15. A super stacked event.
Oh, unable to get it, but you know what? That's just a setup. What are you talking about? Nobi's still like in control here, but Arzanash though fighting for that control.
Goes that Albatross into the guard break. Again, trying to lay it all out right now. Uses that heat, got his back to the wall. Goes for the mid-safe option there. And again, Arslan was lying in wait for an excellent punish on the
Nice.
Walk right into that DF2 launcher. Arzanash gonna gain the gray health back and also take this corner.
Oh, steps on him, that's gotta hurt. He's face down, he doesn't want to eat too much here. Slowly trying to wait for an opportunity, but Arslan chipping away slowly, 1 hit at a time, death of 1,000 by 1,000 cuts. Running 2, looking for those plus frames into the guard break.
Okay, continue on final seconds. Nice escape. Nobi has rage to work with to try to slow down the clock. Arzanash could just keep backdashing away. Dirty boxing. Final seconds. Able to open him up. But enough. Arzanash gets game number 2.
Crowd was feeling that one. I could hear through the headphones. Oh,
He tried.
Oh, that was close.
He tried.
Argue, okay, if he hit that unblockable a little bit earlier, it might have worked out a bit better. But it's like he tried what he could, and Arslan was doing his best to just space away. So some of those hits, if he went for a heavy hit, that might have whiffed, and it would have been over. So he did what he could. Now we got Keisuke up on stage, helping him out. You love to see different teams helping each other out from the same nation.
Yeah, I think. Oh, actually, still sticking with the Steve. I thought he was gonna give him his maybe.
Use Kazuya. That guy's pretty good.
I heard he's pretty good. Don't take it from me. But we're going to the arena, not the underground arena. Still a compact stage here. I'd say Arzanash had most of the advantage keeping Steve at the wall, but look at that duck to the wild man punish.
That was a clean one. He's seen that string before. Goes for the pad low. Dashing his face, ducking there. Oh, evades the down 4-2 attempt.
Ayashida steps here. You got to worry about that. Steve's got a lot of
Another good
to
match.
work with, forcing
Good
Arzanash
match.
to go into heat.
Alright, flips over, activates heat. What's he got in store for Arslan? He goes for the low jab into the heat smash, hoping he'll press something.
Let's see. Goes for the heat smash. What's he gonna do for the follow-up? Tried to duck the evil miss. Arzanash has rage.
Alright, excellent work there by Nobi. He's got a big health lead, but as I say that, Arslan gets a big, heavy, low counter hit launcher. And should be a hefty amount there. Nearly in rage, and there it is. Either plays game, goes for another one, and the follow-up to close it out. Arslan in the lead.
These wipe the floors have been adding up here. That has been paying him dividends here, but Nobi gaining a huge launch here.
I think with heat, he might be able to take this one pretty far. Opts to save it. Goes for the running low.
Ooh, we switched sides, but Arzan couldn't get anything out of it. Nice escape by the counter hit grab by Arzan Ash.
Right, down forward one, they're coming out, but Nobi doing a great job of stepping and weaving. Very agile, as we said. Steve has so many evasive options, and that is working wonders against Arsan's Nina at the moment.
Break the glass. Nobi able to break through. We tied things up in terms of round, really back and forth here at losers quarterfinal.
The counter hit low at the start. He backed up, went for the approach, odd timing. Arslan caught him, and now he's going to get a hefty combo as a reward.
And also real estate advantage. 1-1-2 punish by Nobi.
يلعب ستيف كده.
Oh, they're going to
اي حد يلعب ستيف كده محتاج هيل اوفر تريننج.
TF1 series able to shoot the guns as well. No heat round.
Hell of a training.
You don't see that string too often. I think he saves it, but here we go, activating that heat. A little bit of health. He needs to make something happen. But the flappies.
Yes, the rising option, Arzan Ash, turning things around. Set point on his side. Nobi's got to act and act quick if he wants to stay alive here in the tournament.
All right, both spacing each other out. Albatross 2 starting Nobi's offense in this round. Again, he cannot afford to lose this one. He's going to have to take it. What's he got in store for Arslan?
Grabs get whiffed here. We're shooting the guns here. Spending all the heat on Nobi's side. Arzan's actually going to expire in heat as well. Can we push towards the wall? Tried to go for the Superman punch, but Arzan Ash interrupted.
Excellent float. This is going to be a decent amount of damage and decent Oki there. Tried to catch him with the mid. Now Arslan trying to push him back to the wall with his classic down forward 1 strings and pulling out the lows and the homings in between.
Oh my goodness. Able to get that shoulder. Got to keep him against the wall here, but Arzan goes for the throw escape here for them to switch sides.
Excellent work on the height. It got a low to close that part out there. Arslan in rage. One more hit could do it, and then trade. Final round here, Poch.
Incredible stuff. That'll really leave everything on the line, but a big back one for Nobi to start off this final round.
And gets a nice massage at the wall. A nice health lead. Goes for the dirty smash, foot stomp. Goes for the shoulder into the overhead. That is safe. Goes for the big sweep commitment there.
Those wipe the floors have been working out. They both pop heat at the same time, but not really the same time. Nobi was able to get it out later on, but now the low parry carrying him towards the corner.
This could be anyone's game, very similar on health. Oh, that toe kick might have cost him.
Damn.
Could this be it? Able to actually capitalize here. Arzan Ash looking to finish it off. Able to get the guns and the wall not quite there, but the low tap is going to take it. Arzan Ash stays
He knows how to pressure, man. He knows how to
That was by
pressure.
the skin of his teeth. That toe kick will be haunting Nobi for weeks.
Oh, that wake-up option. That's even worse than an alarm clock that you slept through for an hour. Again, it just comes down to the minute details. What a back-and-forth battle. We were playing with a lot of approaches, a lot of ducks, a lot of sidewalks. But at the end of the day, when it came down to it, it was a toe tap that changed things for Arzan Ash to continue on in this tournament.
Like, I hate it when I stub my toe, but that one's
I mean, yeah. He was wishing he'd stub his toe, right? But the walk on Arzan Ash.
I can just imagine the mind of Arslan Ash when that moment happened. It was probably such a moment of relief when he saw that whiff, unexpected. I know he walked for it, but I don't think he was expecting that toe tap, maybe a spring kick. And if it probably wasn't expecting Nobi to be willing to do a spring kick in that situation,
right?
Just in case walked.
Tiegrun Rangchu.
That was a big commitment, and it took us, but there we go. Arslan Ash moving forward, and we'll be versing the winner of Chikarin versus Rangchu.
Waiting at the wings and winners finals, we have Ulsan versus Farzin, so that's something to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. But we got to settle things over here at the loser side.
Best of 5.
With Chikarin
Best
versus
of 5.
Rangchu.
Anardi.
Clive Bear, what do you think?
Maybe. I mean, the Lydia has been coming out here and there.
Right.
I don't know if Chikarin
Best of 5 مش في صالح فيكتور
perhaps
خالص.
some sort
خالص.
of pocket pick for Rangchu. He does have that for certain characters sometimes, certain players sometimes.
ممكن يغير
But-
كاركتر هو. ممكن
But,
يغير
the
كاركتر.
classic matchup at the moment would probably be, as you mentioned, Clive and Bear. One of the Bears.
One of the Bears.
One of the Bears.
The Bears. We shall see which bear that he will be using, because he started out with Panda, changed things up. I guess he wanted to go a little more electric than that Xiao Yu grab when it came to heat. But we are gonna hear the character select screen. Yeah, I definitely want to see other characters in the roster of Chikarin, but if he's gonna use that Clive, that's gonna be all good. Definitely put in the work with that Clive.
Let's see. Taking a swig of water. Make sure to stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen.
That reminds me, I gotta take my
Go ahead. All right. So checking their button. Make sure. By the way, this is a PSA from Brown, man. Make sure you check your buttons, man.
Bing,
PSA?
bing.
Like,
Guessing.
you've been around, some people lose from not checking their buttons. You gotta get in the muscle memory. Even if you've already done it and your opponent takes extra time, I'm just checking buttons anyway. Make sure you got that set. You do not want to lose a potential set and everything. Yeah, the other bracket runners and TOs in the crowd, they were agreeing. So make sure, guys, check your buttons. But here we go. That's all done. We are coming into the new fancy stage.
Phoenix Gate, ladies and gentlemen. This is hometown advantage for Clive. What's a
True.
bumblebee bear doing
He
here?
flew in. He just flew in.
Bears do be flying, and they also be ripping each other's neck, ripping necks here. So Chikarin now has to be very careful his approach. We've seen how Rangchu is able to just play with the bear jabs, and another grab.
He's 2 for 2 at the moment. Bear players love this costume and love this grab together. It's like a bumblebee hive mind or something.
Ish. I mean, I think it distracts from the overall. Oh, just goes for back grabs after back grab because he knew he had the wall advantage. And now Rangchu trying to finish it off, gets the hip smash.
Very well done. That was a I think that was a very assertive first round. He was willing to do things that's like, oh, maybe most people wouldn't be willing to do it. I'm going to show you I am, and you're going to have to worry about it.
I like those. Mental damage, assert your dominance. But Chikarin retaliating in that round 2, though.
Busting out the whip. Yeah, Chikarin really trying to take his game back.
Yeah.
Doing a good job so far.
Got 1+2 engage. Forward 3 gets punished here. Rangchu. Oh, wow. Gets the power crush.
It was amazing work. Activates heat. Wants to come in with something. Let's see what he's got.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with the bear jabs here. Can't redo in Phoenix shifts too much. Beach ball out of the way. Hunting bear.
Tried it again. He tried it again. And after, he also wasted the heat timer.
He did. Excellent stuff. Nice rising punish there. Hitting him with the hilt of Clive.
Diving at him. Hunting bear. Tried to go for the orbital again.
Fully charged plus frames here. Clive does not want to be in this corner. Another grab.
He has made Chikarin so scared to duck in these situations.
Yeah, I think it's the conditioning. Okay, Torgal making it a 2v1, but heat, bears and heat are so dangerous.
Goes for it again. That is one of the funniest animations in this game.
I know.
Right.
Noted.
Rangchu's movement being very
عليكم
scary.
السلام مصعب. هلا يا رجل.
One attempt. Diving at him again with the
كده كده مساء الخير بقى.
downward strike.
Wow, the interrupt just to keep him out of power crush. Excellent call outs here by Rangchu.
Alright, 2 rounds to 1. Rangchu in the lead.
Let's see how he's going to try to play around with these bear stances. Going to try to go for some Phoenix options here, but still no one home. Oh, the hop kick, the bear hop kick, let alone Rangchu's calling card of a launch.
Right, big, strong spin there. Gets the explosion, sits on him.
Okay. Yeah, we see Clive trying to
يا
run his
مصعب
gambit.
بخير
up in post,
بخير إن شاء الله
but
كلكم بخير.
Phoenix smash, able
هاي
to get
داون
the
في
iconic
روم
grab
في
to
بطولة.
show you.
يا هاي داون مش شايف اللي على السكرين مش شايف بطولة مش شايف الأسماء اللي على
You want your left or right side? No, I don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know how to...
Coin flip, final seconds.
ignored
Chikarin, though,
them
trying to
and
gain back the health.
ignoring.
Alright, nice punish there. Chikarin's going to have to make some big moves. He's definitely capable. Just out of heat, teleports forward. He's swinging for the fences. Rangchu's back to the wall, but we've seen him in worse situations and make some crazy plays happen.
Watch out.
Got for Chikarin.
Watch out for the rage art here. 1+2, nothing there. Rangchu could just back away, and that is gonna be
معي
it.
أكل
A
غداء
time up
جامد
by
وناخد ساعة بريك من العمل
Rangchu
نحضر
to get
البث
the
اللي
first
يفتح النفس.
game.
والله حضورك يفتح
How do you
النفس
open
يا
up a
صديقي
bear?
مش
How do you open
بالهنا
up?
والشفا.
Nice.
استمتع هتشوف أحلى جراند فاينل. هتشوف أحلى جراند فاينلز.
Some interesting information for you guys.
خلاص قربنا على آخر الثلاث ماتشات. فارزين أولسان وبعد كده اللوزرز فاينلز وبعد كده الفاينل.
In official tournaments, we've had a score of 5-3 in sets. Wow. Rangchu. Most recent one was at Evo Japan. It was 1-2.
1-2, interesting. I definitely want to. What's that? We'll revisit that as we look at the character select stream because Lily is coming out now. Again, bring out the big guns, not Clive, but the Lily. This is the character that won him Evo Japan last year.
And it's interesting because in those earlier sets last year with Rangchu, most of those sets were played with a mixture of Lydia and Lily. Now we're seeing a return to that. Let's see if we can rewrite those matches and bring forth a new age of Lily.
Yeah, new history. Let's see, we are still writing this book. Some jab checks, the new move, the spin. Rangchu now has to adjust towards the
Top
Lily
finals,
play
top
here.
8 دي.
Barex gonna get blocked. No one
انت
getting
بتتفرج على
anything
التوب
big or
8
anything
خلاص.
significant just yet.
I don't even know if he's used Lily this weekend.
That's true. I haven't seen that much Lily matches actually. And Chicker, and I was looking forward to seeing that. Round off, no one home.
Right, flips him over. Down 1-2, starting it up.
We bunny hopping.
فارزين حضرتك
So let's see
داخل
how
جراند
this is
فاينلز.
going to play out so far. Chikrin playing with
لا
the
لسه
movement, but the
دي
movement punish. Rangchu, the
السيمي دلوقتي لسه الجراند فاينلز بعد اللوزرز.
That was quite unfortunate. Now Chikrin trying to employ some grabs in his game. Let's introduce some heat, shall we? Bear breath. Whoa! Goes up and above. Death from above, says Chikrin. He needs to close this out and finds the mid.
Amazing work there. That was a big clutch reactions and adjustments from what they were dealing with. Unexpected situations. Now Chikrin trying to go with the flip down 4-3+4 to catch Rangchu pressing in the distance, but so far has been blocking fast enough.
Yo, these side steps are being put on display, but Rangchu still contesting with the bear jabs as well as the power crush. Oh, unable to get the round off.
And he's trying to catch him on the approach. So Chikrin's trying to space out and trying to catch Rangchu.
No problem. انا بس عايز اشوف في الجراند فاينلز. لو قدر يغلب اولسان I'll be happy man. I'll be happy. At least we're seeing progress yeah. فيكتور ما بيطلعش التوب 8 في السيمي والجراند فاينلز. ما بنشوفش فيكتور كتير في الموقف ده.
Nice, flips him over, gets up with the Undertaker.
Nice that you mentioned that the off-axis.
على فكرة فيكتور يقدر مع الدب. لو فيكتور مثلا هيقابل رانكشو مثلا وجي حظه ماب مفتوح زي دي، معرفش ستايل لعبه يبقى ازاي في المابس المفتوحة. إنسان يلعب مين؟ براين ولا داجونوف؟ أولسان كان بيلعب مين؟ مش فاكر. يعني لسه كنت بتفرج على الماتش دلوقتي. ايه فقدان الذاكرة ده؟ الدبة برضه مسيطرة. هنشوف الدبة تاني.
Rangchu though getting a big launch round start.
Sits on him and swipes, and again, Rangchu one round away from taking the second game.
Let's see how he's going to try to put the pieces together for him to get this round. Chikrin really needs this. Trying to attack the legs, go for mid, but it is an iron wall of defense on Rangchu's side.
Anytime Chikrin's coming in, Rangchu is ready. This time engages himself.
بيقدر يقدر على الباندا. هو يقدر عشان السبيس، بس انا ما اعرفش يعني فارزين ما بيلعبش بطريقة انه يزون ويسبيس كنترول هو بيلعب بالفريمز. he put pressure, he tries to stay safe, he cancels وبيعتمد على الريدنج كتير. يعني he's only playing good because الريدنج بتاعه، الريدنج الريدنج لللوز والباريز. مش عشان فيكتور يعني في خاصية، لا هو اللي بيلعب كويس، اللي هي السكيل بيور سكيل طلوعه دلوقتي. اري كاركترز عامل لابنج، باين ان هو اشتغل شغل محترم. دلوقتي مين؟ دلوقتي اعتقد هو دوره دلوقتي. لا مفر من الباندا في الماستر ايفنتس، لا مفر. لا مفر.
Oh no. Do you think the Lily pick, I mean, was a lot more comfy compared to the Clive pick?
No. I'm sure he's comfortable with the Lily, but was that, in my perspective from looking on, was that the best option for him? I don't think so, because I don't know when the last time he played Lily was.
Yeah.
And also, when was the last time he used Lily against bears? Now, he might have had that prepared. Like, look, if I'm going to lose, and he might have been in the hotel practicing that. I don't know, but sometimes in a high pressure situation, even if you're you never forget how to ride a bike, right? So even if it's going back to a character that you've used for so long, in those situations, that time that your brain's buffering and remembering may be too long, and it may cost you the games.
Might cause you to be a bit gun shy, and I agree with you, especially with how high stakes this are as we look towards the bracket here. Rangchu moving on, facing Arslan Ash, which is a storied rivalry that has been going throughout, but this is our top 4, folks. We got winners finals, Ulsan versus Farzine, but big shout outs to Battle Arena Melbourne for giving us such an amazing tournament and having such a turnout with the top 8 here. So shout outs to all the players that made it to top 8, and shout outs to all the players.
For yourselves.
Oh, yeah, let's go. We got to save that noise for the grand final. So I got to save my voice.
This place, we call this the Melbourne Zoo.
Oh yeah.
People go crazy. You start hearing people yell out like monkey sounds and everything. It's crazy work. So shout out to the OG Melbourne Zoo. They just go crazy. We got high energy here. Australia especially. We are just straight hooligans out here.
And now we're gonna get ready for the winners finals here. It's Ulsan versus Farzine. Lars. Wait, he did face the Lars to get here, and now he's gonna have to face Ulsan's Lars.
Let's get it going. All right, we've got Farzine on the P1 and Ulsan on P2.
So I wonder if we're gonna see any character switch ups, right? Because Farzine in the end of, I think it was the Tekken World Tour, he just brought out a Yoshi, and then Ulsan also is known for just like certain changes in characters. But right now the story is we have the Farzine on the Victor, and we have Ulsan on the Lars.
Yes, that seems to be what it'll be. Like, that's the play so far, but again, these guys, they have these secret pocket characters, specific situations, and it's kind of breaking against
Some losers are.
This has changed. There's going to be a
بس he's doing good يعني.
3 now, so there is time for like an experimental character to start out and see how things.
مش شرط لو لعب اللاعب القوي من البداية هينزل يعني. تخيل ده ماتش النهائي اتحط في الأول بس مجرد الصدفة إنهم اتقابلوا في بدري.
Victor versus Lars.
Yeah, and these guys have faced before, not too much. You know, this current set is I believe 2 sets to 1.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, something along those lines. And the longest one was Drag versus Victor at EWC 2024. That was, nobody was beating Ulsan that day, and that was evident in those results across.
Oh yeah.
But then more recently, TWT finals. You mentioned the Yoshi. That was
Lars.
when Farzine whipped that out, and that was an 0-2.
أيوه هو لعب لارس النهارده.
Oh yeah, that was 0-2. Incredible stuff. So we'll see if there'll be some counter picking going on, and how well these players have evolved from those matches that they had against each other. Still high stakes situation. Lars versus Victor to start out the winners finals here between Ulsan and Farzine, and we're heading into space.
Let's go. Let's go.
Alright, let's get it going. Here we got the I'm waiting for the explosion. I want to see who takes it first.
Still, I feel like there's other priorities if you're hurling towards Earth.
I mean, at this point, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to land?
Hey, he landed that arc blast to start things out, and Lars, like you said, traveling
لا
and
لعبش
also wall
لارس. لا
combo fiend.
على فكرة ده تاني لارس أرسلان يلعبوا ورا بعض.
Very much in
اسمه ايه
Farzine's favor,
فرزين؟
gets a nice high splat.
تاني لارس يلعبوا. مين لارس اللي لعبوا الأول؟ Okay.
Engage here. We keep it going. Limited entry low.
Yeah, anyways, good.
Goes for the heat smash to close it out. Quick and fast round by Ulsan.
Amazing work so far, but Farzine fighting back. Starts off with the sword flurry. He's trying to catch him coming in, but Ulsan, once again, amazing spacing, putting the pressure on with the down forward 1 strings as well.
Okay, plus frames. Let's see who's going to pop heat first. It is Ulsan, kind of leading in terms of life. He does have a bit of gray health to gain back. Back one, swipe just to keep him at bay.
Alright, upwards strike again. More homing here from Ulsan, but Farzine firing off the shots.
Trying to go for the arc blast, gets punished. Wall advantage, forcing Farzine to go for this heat, as well as Ulsan. Oh, tries to go for the flash.
Gets the wall splat. This should be good for him, and the shoulder to end the second round. 2 rounds very quickly.
Yeah, Ulsan looking like the Ulsan of old when he was a Dragunov here, just constantly running through the first 2 rounds here. Farzine's got to slow things down, put a little fear in the offense.
He won bro. فرزين كسب الماتش اللي فات كان نوبي بيلعب لارس أعتقد. لو أنت بتقول أنا مش فاكر مين اللي لعب. بس الماتش اللي فات لعب هو ضد لارس و he did really good.
Let's see him try to go for the power crush here. There is going to be that explosion, but who's going to take it first? It's the choke.
But like I said before, catch him out of the air. This could be a good opportunity to Farzine to yoink back the momentum from Ulsan.
Okay, FF2, and we go for the ground slice here for him to be able to spend that floor explosion. Farzine now holding on to this heat. Ulsan, what's going to be the Hail Mary play? He's just going to fight his way out of this corner.
Jabbing to fight back, catches him with that homing. He's gone for that limited entry, goes for the low. Double strike on the low, blocked by Ulsan into the immediate last Shoryuken.
Hey, so now it seems like the wheels are turning in Ulsan's favor. I wonder how Farzine is going to try to retaliate, because so far, this is the most adversity we've seen him face. This is a player that has not gotten the Farzine flash, and he just kept going all gas.
هبوظ الماتش اللحظة. عارفين دي معناها ايه يا شباب؟ انا هوقف كده 30 ثانية. اللي عملها وسان دي دلوقتي حد يقدر يقول ايه؟ What is this؟ ايه الحركة دي؟ نختبر نختبركم اللحظة. خلينا نرجعها شوية. الحركة دي يا شباب، الحركة اللي عملها أولسان دي معناها ايه؟ ودي ايه؟ ودي ايه؟ هقول لكم بس نشوف الافتكاسات بتاعتكم. استنى جاري شوية. خلينا نعيد لكم الحركة تاني وشوفوها بتركيز. الحركة دي تهدئ الجسم. لا الحركة دي معناها ايه؟ يلا يا شباب. جوريلا. عطشان. لا 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 ليها مغزى الحركة، بس هديكوا 30 ثانية تاني ادونا ردود. خلينا نرجعها لكم وركزوا في الحركة يعني. ركز يا شباب. ركز في شكل الايد وفي الزاوية واتجاه الحركة. ركز. شوف فانزي الاول. بس انا بحاول اخليها ركز في زاوية الايد والحركة. يلا يا جماعة بتوع تيكن، الحركة دي معناها ايه؟ الجيم مضطر رجع له الفاسورة الحجرية. لا 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 لا. عشان لا وقف ده انتوا طلعتوا مصيبة. يبي مساعدة. ما احنا بنطلب المساعدة كده حضرتك. الحركة دي تخلي الواد يسترخي ويهدى. لا كيتشن. والله ما توقعتش الردود دي خالص. عايز يرد. تشكر حبيبي. keep it coming. لا لسه مش هقول. استنى ما نسمع عادل إمام. ما في مستوى. ليه ما في؟ دي مالها دي ومال ما في مستوى يا جماعة؟ لا الحركة دي ليها مغزى. ولا نفس وش عادل إمام. يا نهار أبيض. مسخرة. طيب عايزين تخمنوا ولا أقول؟ يعني عايزين تخمنوا تاني ولا أقول؟ أنا مستمتع بصراحة بالتخمين أكتر من الحركة. هي حركة عامة ولا خاصة بالألعاب؟ أقول لك هي حركة ما أنا لو قلتها هتتعرف يعني، ما أنا أقول على طول وخلاص. أقول ولا عايزين تخمنوا؟ عطشان. ايه ممكن تخلي يرجع نفسه للواقع. اي واقع يا عم، اي واقع. انت قاعد في المدرسة. تخيل يكون عطشان. نقول ولا عايزين تخمنوا؟ انا مستني حد يقولها صح. ايه يا جماعة ازاي كده؟ اوكي get ready عشان هتصدموا اصلا. هتصدموا من الاجابة. انا بتاع كاراتيه مش عارف صدره بيه. اوكي لا 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 انف 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 انف. خذلتوني. اوكي، وانت بتلعب على الاركيد او الكنترولر في البطوله بالذات، حتى لو صوابعك بارده الايدين بتعرق. هو معهوش فوطه فبيمسح العرق من ايده. يعني شفتوا شكرن كان معاه فوطه بيمسح، دول معهمش. فلما ايده بتعرق بيضطر ينظفها في التيشيرت من الميه، فبتبان بالصوره دي وبتبان بالصوره دي. ماشي ماشي يا بتوع عطشان. عطشان. غوريلا. يعني نفس عطشان. انا برضو كنت مستغرب من الحركه دي. انا زمان لما دخلت اول بطوله لما اتفرجت على اول بطوله اونلاين، شفت لاعب او اتنين بيعملوها، قلت مالهم دول؟ عنده حنين ولا في حاجه بيحن مثلا، ولا في حاجه غلط؟ اتفاجئت ان انا اول بطوله اوفلاين رحتها لقيت نفسي بعمل كده. قلت ايه ده انا عملت كده ليه؟ فبركز كده لقيت ان انا ايدي عرقانه وبنضفها في التيشيرت. حتى لو اتفرج عليها انا بلعب في الماتشات على الستريم هتلاقيني دايما باخد ايدي وبعمل كده. ف I figured out by try and error يعني. ممكن جعان بس والله العظيم تعليقات مسخره. جي جيز. خلينا نكمل البطوله. ده انتوا استنى بس بشوف، استنى اما كليب الكلام ده. نكمل البطولة. الكلام ده لازم نكليب يا جماعة. انتوا
What's in that water that Ulsan keeps drinking? We're gonna check that.
I am not sure, but he's staying hydrated, just like everyone should be staying hydrated in the chat and in the
كل مرة عايزينك تشرب مية.
Evil Arena.
Let's go بالتوفيق فرزين.
Victor got that locked and loaded.
Explosion or the wall explosion?
عطشان.
Exactly, maybe 3.
انا هعمل محتوى على اللي انتوا قلتوه ده.
This is the winners final, so they've got a bit longer, and they've still got another life in line. But you do not want to go back down in the chart pit. You want to stay and get to grand final.
Nice. I like how he's doing. He's not just pulling out the Delta Slicer, not finishing the series. Trying to go for the mid heat engage. Still nothing though. The side step just to make the power crush whiff.
Excellent walk. He's going to take this one to an explosion wall, perhaps. See if he uses it. Spikes him down, saves it. Wants to get it without the scaling, and he will.
Capitalizing on this big Farzine round. If he can close things out. But we going coast to coast here, folks. Ulsan now has to fight for his life. He does have a bit of the heat to work with. The Delta Slicer, it goes for the immediate heat smash.
A lot of damage that he had to deal with.
Oh my goodness.
On the ground, down forward one, running one into the mid option. Now, Farzine stopped that mix there, didn't want to risk too much. 1-2, coming from the distance, homing with range.
Uh-oh, check to go down back two, but he goes for the range, Ari, with 3 seconds left.
No, مش rage.
Slides out like a... See, the heroes don't look at the explosion, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I would look at it immediately.
Get blinded immediately.
ده يضايقني الريج الاخير ده والله، يضايقني كأن انا اللي بلعب بالظبط.
These are no ordinary human beings, folks. These is Ulsan and Farzine. Nice block on the low by Ulsan.
Down forward one into walks here from Farzine, but Ulsan got a hold of that and hit him with that launcher.
Yeah, the arc blast seems to be on point here for Ulsan. Luckily for Farzine, it's not an explodable wall, but that is Lars' wall combo in a nutshell, folks.
That's his limited entry there after the low string. Now uses up that heat on the 1-1 string, but gets a side switch. This could be Farzine's opportunity.
First to 3, best of 5.
Super important for him. Actually, he's gaining back the health, and he's also holding on to that heat, which is super important. But we do have Farzine now forced to defend. Nice duck to the launch.
Should be taking this one. There we go. Wants to close out the rounds with 8 seconds left. As that heat goes for the dash and closes it out with the bullet.
with some style as well. So has Farzine stopped the bleeding from continuing on? Ulsan still a dangerous threat no matter where he is in his tournament, and able to actually make that whip and go for the arc blast.
Absolute surgeon with those arc blasts, and that's the thing. Ulsan's movement timing has been impeccable. His whip punishes have been amazing, but right now he is in trouble. Absolutely getting comboed to oblivion and uses up that heat. Take it coast to coast, as you mentioned. I think Farzine and Victor are trying to take Lars is troubling.
I think
tough out here in the game.
Especially here in the underground arena, man. All from that back two counter hit. So now Farzine forced to go to the down two dash, but Ulsan still holding on to that heat. No rage just yet. So he goes for the activation. Oh, but able to get that huge punish. Farzine looking quite dominant. Takes round number 3.
And we're seeing from both these characters that have a lot of moves on block into plus frames and stance mix. And a lot of the time now you're seeing them cancel the stance.
Oh nice 3.
Use against their opponent.
انا كنت عمال اقول ايوه 3 ستانس في 3. لارس هيبدا يبقى اجريسيف دلوقتي. لارس هيحاول يفصل فيكتور في اي ستانس. 3 is the key bro. Safe or 3.
Wants to use that Farzine flash, it just has not been successful. As I say, tries it again. And nice punish on the
power crushes دلوقتي. It's time. It's time to spam in power crush. والله I can read it.
Death from above and just get that jab tag on here for
That's a 1.
Farzine.
2 to go.
Alive in this tournament.
2 to go.
Tie things up 1 game each.
This is very, very back and forth.
100% with how well these players are reading each other. Yo, Ulsan went sprinting, but Farzine says, yo, this is a marathon, okay? This is still winners finals. We have a race to 3. I have time to adjust. I have time to understand the Lars that you put in front of me.
حركة الغوريلا بسرعة. يلا ألسام بسرعة بسرعة بسرعة.
is still quite dominant.
عطشان.
Now going to game.
Okay. فوكس. مع ان احنا بنتفرج على عادة يعني بس
As mentioned though, travel agents in the making, they can probably.
بس انا ما اعرفش ايه اللي هيحصل والله. ما اعرفش.
I do not want to hire them as travel agents. It will hurt.
I mean, they get you there one way or the other. That's the budget flight.
Fair point. But now it seems like Ulsan in the life deficit.
الماب مفتوح. ايوه يا مصعب الماب مفتوح. الماب مفتوح يا مصعب. الماب مفتوح يا مصعب. الماب مفتوح. افتح الزون. بص فيكتور رهيب اديني ماب مفتوح والله. انا بص 80% ان شاء الله فارزين واخد الجوله دي.
Able to get that mid launch or getting that crumple state. Farzine has cashed in 3 rounds.
ايوه
never see the one. We're able to see it then and there, folks.
Amazing work from both players there. That was a tough one, but Farzine was able to sneak it out there at the end.
Okay, good punish to start things out for Farzine. And now, jab contest once again. Ulsan unable to kind of open him up since the first round.
Plus frames. Plus frame يحاول يخش في ستانس. زون يا فيكتور. زون. ما تدوش فرصة يمكس اب. يا فارزين. زون هتاخد فرصتك. ايوه. انا عايزه بس يباك داش بس. والله لو باك داش بس هيلاقي فرصته. ومعاه الماب بقى. باك داش وستانسز للصبح. ايوه حلو التايمينج.
Let's see where he's going. Slides down on him.
Okay, we switch sides. Back 1 just to keep him at bay. Trying to get those counter hits going, but we do see the arc blast.
Come on, man. Use the open map.
Gets that strong aerial tailspin there. Spikes him down.
Come on, man. Use the open map.
He goes for the heat. Goes for the low.
Yeah, limited entry low. Explosion. No more heat for Farzine to work with, but what a duck by Ulsan.
He knew.
لا
one round away from taking his second game in the set.
لا مش هجيلك الفرصة دي تاني.
back and looking like he has just nearly trying to get the lead here.
Trying to sidestep left here just to avoid the offense. Rising option, no one home here. Gets
مش مستغل الماب. والجولة الأولى هي اوريدي ديد يعني. اوريدي اشتغل صح في الجولة الأولى. عمال يرجع وديفنس.
Picks him up, taking it down.
ضيعت الماب. ضيعت الماب.
ضيعت الماب.
One more hit's all he needs. Jabbing, it gets the Farzine flash. Trying to fight back. This is going to be a momentous moment for him. Heals a bunch of health. 1+2, good break.
Now we see the side switch here, final seconds. Farzine trying to
Yes! ده اللي أنا بتكلم فيه. ده اللي أنا بتكلم فيه.
And now he really needs to make this one count. Wall is also there.
Oh, nearly dead. One more hit could do it. Down forward 1 is blocked. 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3.
Okay, tries to go for the mid, but no, not there. And it is going to be Farzine to
Good,
take
good,
it to
good, good,
final
good, good, good,
round.
good, good.
Amazing. That was so clutch. See, these guys are at the edge of their seats.
Use the
I know,
map.
but look,
Use the
I was
map.
looking at the stage, they are still unfazed. Ulsan still game face on.
Use the map.
As he tries to dissect
Nice,
the
nice,
defense
nice.
of Farzine.
هتشوف كل مرة بيقف ديفنسيف وكي بي دي كل مرة هتلاقيه بياخد ايدج قدامه.
Okay, tries to jab check him.
I hope he gets it now يعني.
For the limited entry, sure
مش
you
محتاج
can.
يعني ان انا
Now Farzine.
اعلق على حاجة زي كده. He sees it. He knows.
He needs to burst properly here before Ulsan's able to go for that heat smash.
Checking with that homing, doesn't want him to go anywhere. Uses that dive kick and goes to the mid option.
هلا SNK.
From this silent entry.
Switch sides. Oh!
Yes!
Goes for the mid.
Yes!
And he's gonna put the finishing touches here. Ulsan looks like he's in big trouble. Still has the heat bound to work with.
Yes!
There you go.
That's the second.
The crowd loving it.
This is Victor in an open map. مع انه كان ممكن يعمل احسن من كده لو كان ديفنسيف من الاول من غير بريشر. One more. One more for the legend.
I actually thought that it would
One
actually
more.
benefit Lars more, but like you said, travel agencies on Victor's side as well.
Alright, let's see. This is potentially one game away from Farzine moving forward to the grand final.
انها كانت ريسكي.
Ulsan will have to go
كانت ريسكي الوايلد ستاندينج 1 في الوقت ده كانت ريسكي. ما اعرفش هو شافها ازاي بس.
Practically no walls to
Okay.
compact space. Let's see who's gonna get the wall advantage.
هنا بقى
here.
حط بريشر براحتك.
Starting things off real hectic here, but Ulsan unfortunately unable to capitalize on that, but adding a bit of damage on the board.
Excellent work on the come in, got the back one. Now going through
Lars
stand
هيشتغل
cycles
بقى.
here to try and catch Farzine, but excellent defense and
Nice.
punish from him there after that kick.
So trying to go for the Farzine flash, unfortunately no one there, but back one swipe. Trying to continue on with the offense here, but Farzine has to try and realign himself outside that wall.
Ooh, jab through that heat activation. Got it now though. Back one, counter hit.
Tried to go for the ground slam here. Farzine still working with a low heat smash. Can he get it though? Seems like Ulsan, has to block the explosion.
Nice whiff punish on the down back 2-1 attempt. Running one.
لو انا شفت اللو ده جاي.
Oh.
So now Ulsan taking that first
أنا
round.
شفت
It's still a
حسيت إن
constant
في
back
لو-
and forth here, folks.
Alright, goes for the double upward strike. And again, these knives are coming out to play and absolutely demolishing Ulsan's health bar.
Knives out indeed. So now down 2. Trying to go
Nice.
for the running 1-2+2. But
بدأ يركز على اللو. أولسان دلوقتي بدأ يركز على اللو عند فيكتور. لاحظ ان في اوبنرز كتير منهم.
Excellent power crush. Goes under. Runs up for the hardest read of today.
Up forward 4 finds its mark here. So now Ulsan continues on.
Damage man.
And we
يخرب
see
بيت كده.
Farzine not so looking good in terms of health. Gets the heat smash, but both of them have rage. Whoa!
Low parry, immediate rage art, and take. You can't see it, but he's sipping his water. He's already done. That was quick. He was ready.
He was. I mean, that round alone had the up forward 4 read and also the low parry. Ulsan is going in the plus ultra mode.
Hey, guys,
I think this is in a library or something.
He's getting all the reads going.
Nice.
All right, gets hit by the guys up.
No.
Again, same situation where the high hit whiff, and he got a kick on the wake up.
Okay, goes for the low shoe shine here.
Reading
but
that.
Farzine creating that distance.
He needs
Has to
good
make
reading.
This approach careful.
Down forward one for the tracking. A few just throwing them out there, and they're working very well. Got scanned.
Down. Nice side step. Nice side step, Lars. Nice.
Though with a help depth.
Woohoo!
And the Farzine smash. Sorry, flash.
Okay, going for the heat engage as well. He does have that heat smash, but now limited entry gets jabbed out of it. Final seconds.
Low,
One more.
low,
We do it. Taps the
low.
legs and Ulsan
دلوقتي كل ما هينزل البار داون هتلاقي أولسان
ladies and gentlemen. Stay
بيسبام اللو.
Alright. Both these guys need to take a breather. See
لو هتمنى لك حاجه يا فارزين هتمنى لك اوبن ماب والله، مش هتمنى اي حاجه الا اوبن ماب، هتعرف تتعامل.
Which does pay off, but you live and die by that sword. 100%.
I can see Victor taking the match down. I can see Victor breaking walls and going down.
He's gonna open this one up. Alright, Farzin backs up a little bit, waiting for Ulsan to engage, hoping to find whiff punish and regular punish opportunities perhaps.
A good flow to start things out for Farzin. Maybe he just needs to pump the brakes just a little bit.
مشاكل فيكتور، مشاكل فيكتور. حد شايف يا جماعة؟ حد شايف فيكتور مبهدلينه ازاي؟
Now just trying to keep things safe with that dash in, but Ulsan now not looking too good in terms of health. Oh, the duck underneath.
Well, that wall interfere doesn't look like it. He's slowly off axis.
هم ليه مصممينه كأنه كورة بيخبط في الحيطة بالحركة بيرد في اتجاه تاني، ده على طول عند الوول كده على طول. ومش بس السترينج ده، سترينجز كتيرة قوي. على فكرة ده كومبو مضمون ده.
Three-piece in the soda. Ulsan's making that order happen. TF1 series trying to check him. 1-1-1 Delta Slicer and also against the wall. Book that round 2 for Ulsan.
That's set point here for Ulsan. This is going to be a big comeback if he can close this one out here. Farzin fighting back, absolutely aggressive at the moment, trying to stop Ulsan from getting his game down. For the last few, he's just had the pressure, had the reads, and it's all been working out. He needs to make something happen.
Knives out indeed. We do see the Farzin now trying to go more aggressive here, forcing Ulsan's on the defense. Trying to go for the 1+2 series. Oh, but able to get the punish, the mid-slice.
Got the reads of his own. He was willing to tank that mid if he needed to, but wanted to get that punish.
Hey, we do see Farzin still staying alive here, but Ulsan, it just takes that one good read. 1-2 to start things
تخرب المومنتم وتخرب التركيز، تخرب كل حاجة.
That low slash again goes for it again, but Ulsan out of the way gets that arc blast. Didn't get the combo he was looking for, but good situation. Tried to go for the Farzin flash. Ulsan coming back with some plus frames.
Okay, we do see that the heat burst just to steal his turn back. Now we go 2 hitting low, able to get the Excalibur slash, and Ulsan now not looking too good. Brown man, where are we going here?
We are going
nice,
to
nice,
final,
nice,
final
nice,
round
nice, nice,
here
nice.
with Falcons Farzin versus DNS Ulsan at BAM 15 in this winners finals. We are sweating bullets here.
Speaking of bullets, let's hope
ركز على اللوز، ركز على اللوز، ركز على اللوز. He will spam the low.
Back one.
He spammed the low. He spammed the low.
And we get some plus frames. Crowd is intense as we watch this winners finals play out.
We got a lot of tricky stance cancels here from Farzin. He wants to confuse Ulsan, but he's not confused about that. Back 4 gets that knee into the extension, activating heat, trying to take some momentum in his favor.
Let's go.
But nobody at home. Farzin turning the tables.
Big opening for Farzin to capitalize.
Good turn, good turn.
Ulsan now has to eat this combo. Luckily, no wall there. Able to get the running 2. Still has heat to work with. Oh,
yes! Come on! Come on! Yes! Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen!
Legend! Wallahi legend!
That match ended in a dogfight. Those two were mid.
That's a comeback!
Amazing.
That is a comeback!
Crazy. That last
Congratulations! Victor is in the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen.
Top Gun dogfight in the air, able to end it out. What a call out by the explosion. That was actually one of the first back 4s that we saw on Ulsan's side. Nobi was using it a lot, but he was able to push it out towards the tail end there. Unfortunately, Farzin had too many
أنا فقدت الأمل والله. أنا بعد تاني جولة قلت خلاص. بعد تاني جولة خدها لاس قلت خلاص.
So an intense back and forth series, Brown man.
Now, if you guys want to see these matches again, catch up with the updates, see where these guys.
وأنا كسرت المايك ولا حاجة؟ أنا كنت لاود أوي. فرحنا.
Make sure to check out TekkenWorldTour.com for all the information and follow the socials and make sure.
This is not an easy tournament, ladies and gentlemen. This is a master event. الأسماء اللي كانت موجودة وفارزين إنه يطلع يعني.
Back and forth. That's where you guys are headed, and we know where Farzin is headed. He's already made his way towards that grand final spot. So, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. So that was top 4. So. Farzin's over there. Now we gotta wait and see how Rangchu and Arzenaj is gonna play out, and who the winner of that is gonna face Ulsan.
That's That's going to be crazy, but we'll be coming back with that soon. Please go take a
Freaking
break, stay
hell.
hydrated, just like the plays, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
انا لازم هراجع الماتشات دي تاني. لازم I have to, man. خلينا نجري.
Here at our top 8, Park Spice and Brown.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that?
I thought you were gonna be like
regular, because I know as we get deeper and deeper, we're at the tail end of the moment. We're gonna start losing it. If I haven't lost my voice by the end of this one, I think something's going on.
No, I think now losers
I'm pretty
finals.
Sure we gotta save that for the grand finals. But so it's Arzenash versus Rank.
خلاص فارزين في الجراند فاينلز. دلوقتي ارسلان رانكشو الفايز منهم هيلاعب اولسان. ولا لسه دي اللوزر سيمي فاينلز.
This whole tournament for making this all possible.
Thank you everyone involved.
I think Rangshu will go losers finals. بعد كده أولسان. Whoever will go. يعني أنا أتمنى إن لارس يطلع تاني قدام فارزين. أتمنى لأنه لاعب نوبي لارس. بعد كده لاعب أولسان لارس. هو already warmed up. He already warmed up. الكاركتر اتكرر قدامه مفيش ميكس اب. مركز هو على سترينج حركات. He knows how to play now. يا رب أولسان هو اللي يطلع له تاني.
That's a big one. Play the game.
100%. So seems like we will be seeing the Nina versus the Kuma. We saw Arzenash kind of hover over towards that Leroy.
Let's see. أو ممكن تend up فارزين وأرسلان يعني. I would take both ways. أرسلان طبعا بيلعبوا مع بعض. They know each other.
These guys have a bit of a storied history as well. I believe the official set count in regular tournaments is 3-2.
Wow, that's close.
Yeah, to Arsenal.
So slight advantage towards Arzenash, but Rangchu has been on a tear as of late with this bear.
الرجل الصغيرة دي بتعمل.
Alright, gets him up there, spikes him down, has that heat at his disposal, flips on him, and the call out on the mid launcher. 7 golden letters. What a statement here from Rangchu.
Wow.
Started this first to 3.
Nice.
Start, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Arzenash usually just downloading the data, but keep that Baron hunting stance too long, you get bit.
His ratio today on that is so high.
Yeah, it's incredible how he's able to catch these high players.
يا أخي على قد ما البير بيكسب على قد ما رانكشو بيأدي كويس بكوما. على قد ما ماتشات البير مملة. ماتشات الدبة يا أخي مملة والله.
Mix up there after the Ivory Cutter Ender just going for the mid heat engage. Rangchu now about to go for the heat smash, but no, it is Arzenash that goes for it first. Tie it up.
Okay, well, that's a quick back and forth at the moment.
Oh yeah, 100%. So
أيوة
now
لين والله
has
أنا
big bear
توقعتش
stance,
منكم
able to
ردود دي
crush that
بصراحة.
eye, but Rangchu trying to interrupt with some bear shenanigans here.
Alright, diving in, get a lot of shimmy. That's a lot of movement down there. What are you looking for?
He's trying to hunt for that salmon, bro.
This is sand, brother. Alright, runs at him. Oh, okay, tried to follow up with an option, but the spring kick saved Arslan there. And an excellent combo. It's going to be heavy.
Loving the interruptions on Arzenash's side, just stopping Rangchu as he tries to get his offense going. It's usually Rangchu that is kind of jabbing, 2-1ing his way towards the offense. Electric now coming in hot.
Alright, go for the double swipe into the mid. Third time's a charm.
Hey.
At him. I think best stance. Follow up. And another one.
Head.
One more hit. Again.
Able to get that third round. Rangchu looking real strong when the bullets start flying, figuratively, or when the chaos starts ensuing, when the scramble situation starts happening.
Nice last low there. Down forward 1 strings, the Arslan specialty.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, from the down forward 1 strings to the stiletto heel, but it was the launch that did get things for Rangchu to get things going.
Again, Rangchu is really forcing Arslan to confront this situation where he is in hunting bear stance at range 0 and then moves back, shimmies a bit, and just closes that gap.
Ooh, unable to maximize that heat smash, but he's still on the offense here, and he was able to break out the timer, and now another DF2 by Arzenash to close out this round, to take us to the final round.
Excellent work. 2 rounds apiece, as you were saying. Final round, anybody's game. And this, I think, may set the tone for the rest of the set, perhaps. We have seen a lot of comebacks, but again, Rangchu really going back to that hunting bear stance. He's finding so much success with.
Oh yeah. So now Bear X gets blocked. Now we see him try to thread the needle here and try to find an opening, but it was Arzenash to get the heat engaged. Nice escape on the side of Rangchu.
A little bit of a trade there, activating that heat, snuffing out that low attempt from Arslan. Rangchu's slowly running out. He's going to want to use it, but Arslan gets to it first. Might scam out. Rangchu's heat timer has a... Yep, and there it is.
Second time this has happened in this set. Tries to go for the Bear Can here. Luckily for Arzenash, he was on the defense. Rangchu about to hit that rage mark. Let's see if he can make use of it. Oh, but just a chip. One hit away from actually closing out the set. Arzenash gonna punish that. Gets the first game.
Sometimes you gotta just like, all right, look, this is the Hail Mary. I'm probably losing this game, but sometimes he might have come in to press something. Another.
يا شباب اسمحوا لنا نجري الماتش ده للاخر ماتش. مطولين.
True, but this is
خليها نجريها للاخر. اوكي 2 ارسلان 1 للبير. مش عارف، مش مستمتع بالماتش خالص يعني. بعد الحماس بتاع فرزين مش قادر اتنازل عن درجة البليجر. هذا شوف اللوزرز على طول. خلص يا ارسلان، خلص يا ارسلان.
Still has the resource, rage and heat. He is going for it.
Okay, has to block all these bullets. Arzenash has a heat smash left, unable to get it. That was a little short. Goes for the skull splitter and does have rage to work with as well. Gonna be bonus damage.
What a combo, man.
To finish it off, but slides in. Final point for
الكومبو في الحتة دي يخسر أكتر من الدمج، أكتر من الريج.
Arslan putting himself on set point here to potentially go on to the losers finals, but the Bear G clef, Rangchu fighting back on the verge. Potentially, if he can close out this round, he will be able to take it to a final game.
Okay, downward swipe here. There we have the smash. And Arzenash, we've seen this situation before. He has some recoverable health to work with. Rangchu going for the can, hunting Bear options. Arzen says get out of the way.
I want Arslan to go up. أنا عايز أرسلان يطلع.
In his favor, he has all the resources. Rangchu on the very tough situation regarding his health.
Okay, Arzenash
عايز أرسلان يطلع.
as well as deficit to work with here. Tries to go for the wall splat, but not there.
Nice. خلاص. GG's.
Watch this cutscene.
GG's.
Oh, yeah, what a bear.
Good stuff.
Dominant round to survive. Side.
Already. The crowd, right? In the back pocket, random
standings are trained to go up against things that you have to look for. Of a match between Arzenash losers find the big boss and Arzenash.
I really want to see.
Okay, losers finals.
Ulsan is going to deal with the down forward 1 string pressure. I think we can all learn a lot from what he may be able to do. But he's going back to the Dragunov. Perhaps comfort pick, perhaps certain tools that he's ready to use. But here we have the losers final DNF Ulsan versus Twisted Minds Red Bull Arslan.
Wow, starting things out with a bar fight. Okay, what a way to start things out for Ulsan. Pigeon roll just to realign. Back 1+2 for the blessed frames. And now we see Arzenash still on the same type of game plan here, just to smother, oppress with the pressure, and weaponize that pace of Nina Williams.
An excellent splat, spikes him down once again, has the heat, uses a bunch of it there.
Now, what do you think, again, we talked about the pressure that Nina Williams brings to the table. How should Ulsan play this? Should he beat him to the punch or should he space him out?
It really depends on, in that moment, Arslan is very dynamic. So depending on the distance, depending on the timing and what he feels you might be doing, I think you have to be just as dynamic and willing to make him have to question what he's doing and be a step or 2 ahead.
And do you think Dragunov poses those tools up against Nina Williams? Or
he has every tool you need to
قبل ما مفيش لارس غير هو رجع لدراجونوف رجع حضرته لدراجونوف.
Okay, so let's see if 10 matches to paper here and practice will come into play as Arzenash is in the life deficit.
Are you going to try Armor King? No, bro. إن شاء الله بعد 5 شهور يمكن أغير رأيي بس I don't have any plans for Armor King يعني.
On to to the board for
بس I have to try عشان اتعلم الماتش اب. احسن طريقه الكاركتر لما ينزل اشتغل عليه بس العب بيه اعرف الماتش اب وبعدين اركز بقى انا اكون مركز على فاكم رام.
So let's see how he's going to deal with those movement, but look at that scrambly start, but able to get that thorn whip for him to get that bound to start out this round in. Arzanash gets the step
on the closeout, gets straight back up and blocks. He's ready to stay in the situation. He's not so uncomfortable where he needs to leave, but gets clipped there with the launcher from Arsan, and we get a rerun of that last situation, this time with heat.
So far, just keeping that bay, but what a float jab just to get him out of this corner, and now he's going to regain some of this gray health back and use that heat as well.
An excellent combo. Going for the heat dash shoulder, just trying to keep that pressure on Arsan. Arsan lets it rip with the heat.
He's more better than the grappler. اعتقد انا ما لعبتش بيه بس ليه مينز كتير. ليه ناس كانت بتلعب بيه مين كتير. هتشوف فيه هايب على ارمور كينج، يعني لما ارمور كينج ينزل هتلاقي اللعبه كلها كل الماتشات هتلاقيها في الرانك والكويك ماتش هتلاقيهم كلهم ارمور كينج. في مينز كتير والناس هترجع للجيم بسببه اصلا من تيكن 7.
Most of these matches have been really going down to the wire, and we got to look at percentages.
100%. Hey. Back three gets whip punished there. A good attempt to home from Ulsan, but Arslan was just already too mobile.
No ivory cutter there. Nice punish by Ulsan. No shoulder engage though.
So really wanted to bet on that mid. Bullets flying, activates heat on the pushback.
Okay. Trying to go for the ground tech there, but we see him trying to go for those jabs and those hatches.
أولسان لو طلع تاني
no more heat to work with, just the life lead.
للفاينلز هيلعب دراجونوف طبعا. واعتقد فارزين دلوقتي بيراجع اموره ضد دراجونوف.
Really pushing each other to that limit to that final round. Again, Farzin waiting on.
I don't care who's coming to play. بس لو جه فارزين حظه في كام open map كده he will have an edge.
Arsenal's looking pretty strong at the moment. Looking like he's about to. Wow. I don't want to. My bad. 1-2 to a push back and a down forward one to close it out.
Farzin is the final boss.
A little of the script there. I know you're trying to say, so yeah, just a little bit of spoiler on Brown Man's side. But yeah, the realignments have been on Arzanash's favor. So back to the drawing board we go to for Ulsan in character select screen. So the Dragunov didn't work. He does have a bit of timing to change things up. Maybe the Lars could be the solution here.
There we go. Going for it. All right, let's see how this one goes. Let's see Lars.
But Lars brings that oppression.
Lars now does have some pretty good fundamental tools, but he also has the old blender gameplay as well to throw in.
Not to mention, as you said, the travel agency, just the real estate advantage.
He brought back Lars.
Amazing wall combo ender that just adds so much damage to the table.
غلط على فكرة اللي هو بيعمله ده. ما اعرفش انه يغير من ارسان لدراجونوف ويرجع تاني اولسان. This is not good. This is not good. It will mess up with the thought process كده. غير مرتين already.
When the scrambly situations happen, let's see who will end up on top. But the arc blast finds its mark. Arzanash is gonna get.
By the way, matter of fact, Farzin defeated me too. بالضبط يعني استحق طلوعه في البراكت. يعني nobody can talk. Nobody can say he went by luck. He went by قابل التوب contenders في البراكت قبل ما يطلع. يعني الراجل اللي بيقول لك ايه I earned it.
Oh wow, 5-15, and it's Arzanash leading the charge for round number 1.
Alright, he's going in, rushing up. Look for that down forward too. Yeah, these down forward ones are really doing a lot of work here for Ulsan, trying to get Ulsan's timing, and he's doing a good job so far.
Gets that grab.
انا اخر مره شفت فارزين بيطلع للتوب 8 كانت بطوله بقى، عارف انت من اللي هي البطولات مش دوجو، هي ماستر ايفنت كده عادي يعني. بطولات ما كانش فيها اسماء كبيره اللي بيطلع فيها دايما. اول مره اشوفه عمل ليب في البطوله دي. خلاص لا يسعني ان اتكلم اي حاجه وحشه عن فيكتور يعني، حتى الباجز اللي عنده عند الوول يعني ستيل.
tracks him with that heat burst.
Still managed.
Oh, wow, back four.
Damage.
Still final seconds. It's really going to go down to the wire, Brown Man.
Goes for that low attempt out of range, but the down forward one on the approach.
A should never win 2 C53 instead of 1.
You gotta love how they're using the entire real estate. And
I hope
also
so.
the
I hope
entire
so.
timer of each round.
Yeah, they
I hope so.
giving us quality content for long hours.
اتمنى ان هو ما بيفكرش بالمنتاليتي دي، اتمنى انه يلعب كانه اتس فاينل يعني،
And now we see
لان لما بتدخل في الموضوع بتريح، لو عارف ان انا عندي فرصه تانية يريح. We don't want to see this.
Should be taking this one a long distance.
True. Now it's a red eye flight, folks.
لا he had enough reads، يعني لو لاعب لارس
Heat dash.
he had enough reads already. ده الثالث ماتش هيدخل فيه بلاعب لارس. انا ليه نعتبر انه السان هيكسب؟ ما ممكن ارسلان ياخدها.
But that could be the star, Brown Man.
Big counter hit, that stiletto in the face.
انا لو ارسلان خدها تبقى
Will he be
مشكله.
able to close it out with this so much health to recover as well, even if Arslan
Wow.
and somehow bring something back here. The amount of health Arslan has recovered is intense, and he will delete everything Ulsan has to recover.
Put a timeout on the 10 seconds here, so scramble situation to take things to the final seconds. Let's see Arzenash holding on to that health.
I feel Arsenal will be much easier. You don't know bro. الناس دي بتلعب مع بعض، ما تعرفش يعني، هم عارفين بعض. It's a 50-50 لو طلع
Left Ulsan
أرسلان.
with very few options. He's either gonna have to go with
They know
heads
each
up to
other.
close it out, but was not able to. Now, new round. Arslan breaks the counter hit grab. Excellent work. Aishi is stepping away.
They also got the Sabakis, the reversals for Ulsan to think about, the second guess his offense. So Arzenash trying to open up the defenses here, able to actually get the life lead in that sequence. And now no throw for Ulsan to work with. No one has spent heat just yet. Who is going to pose the threat first?
Arslan trying to stick to Ulsan like glue, and Ulsan trying to fight his way up, but really struggling in this
Pressure,
round.
pressure,
Ulsan doing a
sure.
great job at keeping himself.
أرسلان بقى عكس الموضوع، الماب مفتوح. أرسلان بيلوز الإيدج لما بيفتح. He had to keep this pressure and يقف في وشك كده.
Ulsan making him second guess everything is insane. Again, all action from pillar to post, and we're right at the 10-second mark. This is where we start swinging for the fences, and Arslan Ash takes the fourth round.
Yeah.
2-0 at the moment.
The complete opposite. لو أرسلان طلع هتلاقي اللي بيحاول يفتح، هتلاقي اللي بيحاول يقفل.
Character of choice, the Dragonov, you went through the Lars.
Hell of a mind games.
How is he gonna play this one out?
So he's gonna think about it.
Arsenal's more variable than any other opponent.
Oh, he's teasing the Reina. Do this to the Melbourne crowd. Do they approve of it? And he goes for the Reina.
انا عايز افتح تويتر، بس لغايه دلوقتي مش عايز افتح تويتر عشان مش عايز احرق اللي هيحصل يعني. انا مش عايز افتح تويتر عشان انا عارف اول ما افتح تويتر هشوف حاجه هتخرب عليا الحماس. رينا يا نهار ابيض، يا نهار ابيض، في ايه؟ في ايه يا لسان؟ هتلعب الروستر كله ولا ايه؟
Constant slaps.
Nice electric instant tailspin. Spikes him down with that while standing 4-4. Hunting on to the plus frames and the power crush through the stand.
No انا مش عايز لينا تلعب فيكتور. انا مش عايز لينا تلعب فيكتور.
So Reina priority over Bear in the
باتش اب غريب يعني.
Heihachi did leave his inheritance towards the Bears, however.
طلعوا يا ارسلان، طلعوا يا ارسلان، طلعوا الراجل ده بيهزر يعني، يقعد يجيب لنا دراجونوف و keep us guessing ومش عارف ايه. طلعوا يا راجل. Let's go.
Listerine breaths on Arslan Ash's side. Let's see. This is what's scary because he shuffled around 3 characters.
It's crazy. That's very hard to manage, very difficult. He might be paying the price here, but he could make something happen. 4-4-2 in the Sentai 3.
Okay, so now continuing on the offense here.
Oh, he's like, you gonna press into me? No, you grab me. Never mind.
Okay, forcing Arslan Ash to expend the heat, trying to sidestep his way outside the wall. And now, still on the defense is Arslan Ash, hoping to spend his heat gauge, but unable to spend it.
Alright, catches him with that last hit. Again, a lot of down forward ones coming out. Looking for that launch, wave dash into the forward four, looking
Nice
for that
side step.
kick.
ايه ده؟ ايه المايكرو سايد ستيب دي؟
War God kick, wow, and also goes for a hop kick to send Arslan Ash towards this side of the stage.
Gets him there. It's that high grab. Tried to go for it again, but did not wake up in time. He was late for school.
It's not an Arslan and Ulsan game if it's not going to go to the final seconds here, folks. Nice punish. Ulsan finishing his food, able to
رينا خطر على فيكتور والله. ماتش اب مش سهل. بتقفل مسافات بسرعه، بتقفل مسافات بسرعه كبيره. يعني انا مشكلتي مع رينا مثلا في الماتشز لما بحاول اعمل سبيس او بحاول اقف كده ادي نفسي بوزيشن عشان اعمل سيت اب، رينا من اوائل الشخصيات اللي هي بتعرف تخرب الدنيا يعني. ريتش بتاعها رهيب.
Krabby Patty style.
Oh,
waiting there since yesterday.
Was Ulsan having some great health to work with as well as his heat gauge. And now Arzanash getting the plus frames. Nice mid block from Ulsan.
Oh, okay. First hit of the power crush got blocked and punished there. Uses that heat dash from the down forward one.
Oh, high.
Get a tailspin.
It was a high side. And now Ulsan, can he make this comeback happen? But no.
One more.
That hell sweep.
One more, Mr. Arslan. One more. I trust you.
On set point in this losers finals, one round away from taking it over Ulsan.
Oh my god, nice Sabaki there, nice reversal by Arzanash. It is Arzanash eating all these mids though. Can Ulsan have something left in the tank to work with to take it to the final round?
Trying to employ some plus frames with this forward four. But again, using that power crash, that's a big punish opportunity there for Arslan. This is the momentum he might be looking for to close this set out. Will Ulsan let it happen?
Okay, gets the step, and now Ulsan, the wake up is gonna be super important here. And now it goes for the War God Kim to keep him at bay. Heat is about to run out for Arzanash.
Has the plus frames for that. Goes for the spit. Nice. Goes under it. Tries it again. He's really trying to go for it. He wants to please the crowd. Goes for the guard kick. Now, Ulsan activating heat and trying to take his turn back.
Do have a lot of great health in final seconds, but Ulsan gets walls.
Trust him. I trust the guy. I trust the guy. Let's bring out the final boss. Let's bring out the final boss.
That's true. Approves of the Reina pick. But guys, please give it up to Ulsan. Bring out the Reina. Bring out the Lars. Bring out the Dragunov. An intense back and forth. But we have the grand finals to set the stage. We got
Let's go on the final boss.
And Arslan Ash.
That's going to be intense. And
الراجل عمل ريد الاسطوري، عمل ريدز بس. It is what it is, bro. When it comes to final. Expedition 33? No, not yet. Not yet.
I will say that Farzin is in a really good spot. Could be at his career best performance here if he's able to get a huge W up against Arzanash. Had an amazing run thus far. I'd say Ulsan was posed the biggest threat to Farzin, but now
لما يبقى الفاينل كده
another threat emerges.
عارف صالح مين؟ لما يبقى الجراند فاينل لاعبين من نفس الفريق بتبقى دايما لصالح الفريق whoever wins.
Bring out the bamboozle. But it's one of those things also, it's like, well, I know him well, he knows me well, maybe we're just going to run.
نهائي باكستان يا شباب.
Last year was actually, it was
Bill might be, because at that time, I think one of Loha's most used characters.
Let's go.
Sticky situation.
Let's go. Who you guys play? Who you guys play? Who you guys play?
Players are going to try to work their way through things. Let's see if he's going to stick to.
We both know it's a 50.
Change things up because.
افتكرت اختار رينا.
Let's see. But we're giving him a moment. And it looks like
ايوه انا بحب
the victor versus Nino.
فارزين بيأدي كويس بالقميص ده.
Battle Arena Melbourne 15. This is your grand finals. We have Arslan Ash versus
خلي يقول لي ارسلان فارزين كله معلوم.
Who's going to take 15? We're going to find out in just a bit.
Allow me a moment of silence.
Very appropriate for this grand finals. This is going to be a gun fu fight.
That is true. But Victory's got the knives out though. So slight advantage, able to get the 1+2.
My man. فتح counter.
That upper swing.
Not quite, but we do see that Victor able to get the Farzin flash though to start things out. So this can make Arzanash second guess himself.
Activating that heat, both have it on the table at the moment. Arslan's running out a bit. Farzin uses his up for the plus, goes for the low. Ooh, big start with the 7 golden letters for Farzin, but we've seen in the Arzanash matches, you know what, his first round's usually just a download, and now just a feeling out process, but Farzin trying to bait it out once again, just gets the mid flash.
مسيطر والله. he whiffed the punish بس.
Again, that mind game between the two of them. Heat dash is going to be a fat combo.
Huge plus frames, but Arzanash finds himself out of the wall situation. Holding on to that heat, bit of gray health, running low from Farzin.
And Arslan doing his best to try and snuff out those teleports there from Farzin, those down forward ones, but he's ready. He's not pressing too much and not having to eat much for it.
True. Oh, tried to go for a flash once again, but Arzanash pulled the brakes there. Now almost even in terms of life. Tried to wipe the floor. Farzin with the block and punish to take it to round number 2.
Very dominant so far. Showing why he's on the winner's side today. 1-2. Again, backing up really well. Victor's backdash is very easy. And goes for the overhead slice.
Yeah, able to actually get the counter hit flash there. So now Arzanash has to be very careful as he activates heat. Farzin power crushes his way through.
The guns are out. Alright, big commit on that teleport option.
بيلعبوا لعب فعلا حافظين بعض. بيلعبوا لعب والله حافظين بعض.
Big counter hit, spikes him down, trying to keep that pressure up at the wall.
Yo, if you're in Battle Arena Melbourne, you got tickets to the gun show. Let's see how they're going to use it accordingly. No flash here. Arzanash really good at timing his offense. And just the button presses. Farzin not looking too good. One more hit would do it for Arzanash.
Goes to that low jab. One more hit, and there it is. That low to close it out. 2 rounds to 1.
Lows. Don't try to guess, man. Don't try to guess. Don't try to guess.
See Farzin, 2 hits strength. Goes for the overhead sword slash here, but Arzanash still picking his shots very well. Being very careful. Nice duck to just...
Nice duck! Nice duck!
Big commitment there from Arslan. He really, from Arslan, Farzin really had his number on that. Waited down there and made a huge punish.
Nice block on the 2 low swipe here, but look at that. Farzin just closing the distance right away.
How did he make the running 2 for... يا نهار أبيض.
The back 2, but still Arzanash not biting.
And I did mention earlier before, one of the things that the opponents are going to have to do against Arslan is stay super dynamic, but he is currently 1 ahead in that interaction. But Farzin doing a good job overall at trying to keep Arslan guessing. Right now, Arslan does have a good streak going. Can he close this round out and even up the round count?
Oh, tried to go for it, but that's the second time he tried to go for the low high string from crouch. And Arzanash able to punish. I think that was 3 straight that Arzanash able to just deny that move.
And it's looking pretty good at the moment. A huge comeback. It looked like this was going to be easily Farzin's game, but he's having to fight tooth and nail for it. Whoa! Reaction on the heat.
Yep. Able to cancel out the heat. Farzin able to get that punish. Now we're going to see...
Nice!
Yeah, just him utilize the heat of Victor to its full effect. Nice block on the jab low.
You can stop the plus frame with the down jab.
Down forward 1 and the low after a delay time.
That's a 1. That's a 1 and do to go.
Right now. Again,
that's 1 and do to go.
Back extremely well, but just was not able to cap it off.
Whether he was able to actually time the punishes very well. I know like you said to catch him at the teleports. He was able to do that so well that Farzin kind of second guessed towards the 3rd and 4th round. But this is still a long set in favor of Farzin because Arzanash does have to reset this entire bracket.
It's a long climb.
It is.
All right, game 2 in this grand finals here at BAM 15. Starts off with the homing slash, building that pressure with his sword swipes.
Oh, goes low that time. We continue to keep jabbing here, but Farzin still keeping things at bay. Able to get the slash, but no heat engage though.
All right, going for it again. He really feels that he's got Arslan's timing in his head. Arslan's doing a great job right now at kind of mixing it up a lot, but got a weird interaction there, and now Arslan's
back to timed very good
on the other end too.
Excellent response on Farzin's side, especially with that flash. He was able to actually get himself out of that sticky situation, but Farzin now scoring himself and netting himself that
this
first
guy
round.
Is just
so
in the flow, man. He's in the flow.
Let's see who will press forward, or will the late offense of Arzanash be a factor here. No heat just yet, wants to save things up for possibly defense or offensive sounds.
The launch attempt there from Arslan, not finding its mark. Farzin in a prime position, gets launched up again. He had the refund, kept the receipt. Arslan gonna have a nice position out here after activating that heat and potentially getting to the wall.
I love how Arzanash is denying any attempts
of
offense
keep
on
him
Farzin's
guessing.
side. Nice block to the kip up.
ماب سيئة دي الفيكتور قوي على فكرة. ماب وحشة جدا الفيكتور. أنا مستغرب إنه قدر ياخد الجولة الأولانية كده.
Arzanash putting out the guns. Both have rage. Lot of gray health on Farzin's side.
Oh, look for that counter hit. Tried to go for a big sword slash, but Arslan hit the mark very quickly. Did not allow that.
Really going down to the final seconds for both these players. That's how well they know each other, and that's how well they're timing their offense. Not putting too much away, not overextending and continuing on the offense here on both sides.
For sure, and it's definitely one of those things where Arslan's trying to figure out
Nice
these
play.
little holes. I was about to say, there's going to be these situations where he's like, I can make a bigger commitment that seems a bit risky, but it's going to work out. And those
خلي بالك من اللوز، خلي بالك من اللوز يا
trying to continue his game, and an excellent whiff punish there from
Oh,
Arslan.
Yeah, you
wait
talked
فات
about it
اللي في
before,
الماتش
right?
دي.
He wants to stay at that range 0,
It
but
will
when
cost
Farzin
him the
creates that
match.
distance and he comes in, it's quite linear, and Arzanash able to sidewalk that. Gonna keep him at bay,
Let's
but
go.
we get a big counter hit low by Farzin.
I think Farzin is doing, in those situations where he's forced to play in that range 0, he is dealing with it better than most, for sure, and he's able to find success there where other players have not been.
Ooh.
But right now, as I say that, Arslan
Yeah.
is taking it up a notch.
Yeah, he is. Tries to go for that flash attempt
Forward
once
one
again,
plus two is
but,
risky, man.
as you
مش
pointed out,
معانا.
Arzanash
مش
is
مع
playing around with
انت
the
عارف
timing, cycling through his offense and his button presses to catch
small
Farzin,
micro side step
lacking.
can beat
But I
it.
would have to say that when Farzin is trying to go for those flash attempts, he's still putting in the head that Arzanash has to second guess his timing.
An excellent wall combo beginning here. Steps on him for the Oki. Oh, trying to, again, going for those Farzin flashes.
Yeah, but still,
It's going to hurt. The big wall splat. Also looking primed to earn the next round.
Okay, trying to go for the flying knee. Oh, explosion, death from above. Forces to go into heat right away, but the sidestep option by
لازم يعمل
Arslan
حساب sidestep.
Ash to tie it up.
The right answer was
Smiling, he's
homing.
smiling.
The right answer was homing.
All right. That was a big comeback there from Arslan. He had a lot more opportunities where he got those sidestep punishment opportunities and really capitalized on them and put Farzin in rough situations.
100%. So, seems like Urban Square is the next stage we're going to go in here. Arzanash really making use of the walls, really making use of just the combos that Nina does present. So how will Farzin fight his way back into this? We'll find out.
I see, again, more subtle parry attempts here from Arslan Asher showing themselves, which is interesting because there's so many weapon attacks from Farzin, so he must be confident in some of those call-outs. And now down forward one strings at the wall. Big punish on the down back 4 attempt, trying to get a counter hit pass. Farzin pays with his life.
Big round for Arzanash. It just seems like his confidence is slowly rising. As it seems like now it's Farzin that's the chase
أرسلان بدأ يدخل في الفلو
some
بتاع
offensive
فيكتور.
attempts on his side. Guns are out, but we do see that Farzin is trying to fight back here.
Double low swipes on the knee, of the ankles. Goes with that poke on the low. Heat dash.
Another flash attempt there, but Farzin, you gotta give him up. I gotta give it up to him. Persistence tries to wear out resistance, but at this point, Arzanash, 2 rounds in, 2 early rounds. We're so used to seeing the final seconds of these rounds, and now a parry attempt by Farzin.
It's double slap to fight back. Gets another interesting trade. Arslan throwing those bullets out. Good delay, step delay from Farzin. Arslan takes advantage though and comes up with the scoop.
Able to get the DF2 series here, and Farzin might be in a really rough spot here. Real estate advantage to Arzanash's side. No heat on his side, but trying to open him up with that new move, but able to bring out the guns, and that was a really quick game, I would have to say, by Arzanash.
100%. That was very dominant. Has shown, okay, look, I've got you now. What are you going to do about it? And let's see what Farzin is going to do about it. He does have another set to work with, but I am certain he does not want to let it go that far.
Yeah, we're heading back towards Underground Arena, so it seems like the mind state, the flow state is on Arzanash's
I'll
side.
handle this myself.
And the reset could possibly happen. So let's see how he's going to try to fight his way back in this.
It's game 3. This is, game 4. This is a tough one to be a part of. In this amount of games that they've played, there's so much, fatigue and mental, just a lot of thoughts on the mind when you're playing for this long at this high of a level. And to see these guys continue to be able to perform like this, constantly change, constantly think about their next option, 5 moves ahead, and play under this pressure is always impressive.
Oh yeah, So now Farzine able to get the low heat smash. We didn't see that much, and able to get a wall explosion as well. It's going to be a lot of great health on Arzenash's side, but Farzine needs to make an attempt at something big here to stay alive at the winner's side.
Well, Arslan trying to take this round back, activating that heat, now snuffing out anything Farzine has for him. Who comes in with the running two approach. One, two, snuffs anything out. Dash, what's he looking for?
No stance.
Pressing forward is Arzenash, and now
Nice,
walks into
nice.
a big counter hit.
Good
And
counter.
this is going to do it for Farzine, putting a timeout on the clock to just recuperate and try to figure out how to climb his way back and seal the deal here on the winner's side of things.
There we go.
كويس رجع عشان ياخد نفس ياخد نفس.
Farzine hoping to claw this one back.
Oh, but tremendous start for Arzenash, though. Just trying to reset things up, but Farzine fighting his way back and towards the center spot to push towards the wall.
Running with those slaps, gets the Farzine flash back to the explosive wall, but Power Crush sends him back, hurdling where he came from.
Let's see, surging offense from Arzenash, able to actually get that sidestep and launch. I lost count how many attempts that he's able to do that with. And luckily for Farzine, this wall is not going to explode.
There we go, that's going to hurt. Oh, nice walk.
Stop
Again,
doing the forward
so agile,
1+2.
pulling out these slower buttons from Farzine that can be walked, and he is not there.
Yeah, sidestep right has been the offensive start for Arzenash. And Farzine getting caught overextending here. Farzine's got steps of his own, though.
And he does, and he's trying to build up once again. Chip down what Arslan has, but Arslan just so accurate and so surgical with these down forward two uppercuts.
Through, and now exploding wall on the side of Arzenash. Unable to get the more from that combo, but he's still holding on to the life lead and his heat.
He's building up, he's trying to step around there. He uses up that heat, trying to push Arslan,
Nice.
put Farzine back. But Farzine gets a huge launch opportunity.
Okay, so now this opportunity needs to count here. Gonna keep the real estate advantage. Try to keep it going. Try to keep the offense going before Arzenash gets it. Gets the step.
Very nice.
And now one round away
Very
from tying
nice.
up the set. 2 games each. Can he?
I'm a
take
big
this one?
fan of running two
Farzine
من
feeling a little good
مسافات
now. He wants to
و
take this next round and take it to
stances.
the final game. Excellent follow up there on the flash attempt. All right, the full 3-hit string on the slaps.
Especially coming from that urban square match, that was such dominance put on display for Arzenash. So for Farzine to fight his way back in is super important for the mental stack he has on him.
And Arslan trying to poke away with multiple levels, 3 layers of pressure here. And it's doing a great job, but both of them have heat and have so many tools at their disposal. Arslan lets it go, flips him over. Could this be his round?
Okay, explosion, and now just the jab attempts just to keep him at bay, able to get the 1. So, are we going to see a 2-2 or a reset here for Arzenash?
Either way now, Arslan's being a bit more aggressive now. He wants to close this one out. Farzine taking a bit of a risk, but gets X-rayed.
And now we see some low attempts. Nice rising option by Farzine. No explosion behind him, but a big low for Arzenash to open up Farzine.
Goes to the slide while he's down. Pushing him there. This is going to be rough for Farzine. He's going to need to make a miracle happen in this round.
Okay, sidewalking, no, gets clipped. Able to get the Farzine flash, though. Continuing on the offense. Plus frame for plus frame, and gets the mid slash to continue on the offense.
Amazing play there, taking him to the wall. This could be his opportunity to close this game out and take it 2 for 2.
Oh!
There we go. Taking it to final game in this grand finals.
2-2 here.
He's in the flow. He's back in the flow.
Underground Arena. Big
He's
sigh
back
of
in the
relief
flow.
on
That's a
Farzine's side, but
2-2.
the job is not done just yet. We're gonna head towards the celebration on the boat in France.
Yeah.
You can do this, mister. You can do this.
3 major Tekken events in France.
True, you're
In
right.
France this year. It's going to be crazy.
You can see the Tekken players behind.
Nice walk there. Trying to go in with the down forward one. Now this is Farzine's opportunity to make a huge statement to the world and potentially win BAM 15 here, but he's got one of the monsters of one of the biggest monsters right in front of him.
True. Goes for the stiletto heels, constantly peppering some pressure here on the low attempts. Farzine tried to go for the flying gentleman knee, able to get the punch parry, and now
He's done a legendary berries and back to his man for البطولة دي. Wallahi, he's done very good parries and reads.
As his disposal. I can't even speak. This is getting crazy. Out of there.
مشاكل
Explosive
فيكتور.
attempt, no counter hit low. One more tap would do it for Arzenash to gain the round, but Farzine still fighting, goes for the down back four. He wants to close out this round. It's gonna be super important, Brown Man.
Should be able to close it here. And the Rage Art to close it out, taking a lead in the
Yes.
set. 2 games apiece, 1 round ahead.
Victor playing on his ship in France.
Championship.
Easier said than done here.
That gives an edge.
Slow climb for him to claim the championship of Battle Arena Melbourne, but
Playing the
Arzenash
ship.
still has reset at the summit here. Can he climb
Wow.
towards it though?
Looking for a good situation here. Keeping that pressure
ما
on.
اعرفش ازاي اعمل الكومباك ده
Back
والله.
to the wall. Arslan in a little bit of trouble using those plus frames. Farzine feeling good.
And now Farzine holding on to this heat. Let's see if he'll be able to use it. Goes to the 2 swiping lows. Crown slam here just to keep it going. And now a Rage Art for Arzenash to just stop the attempts of offense here. Just to put a timeout on the clock.
There we go. And this is going to be rough for Arslan still, even though he got a big... Gets a counter hit, scoops him up at the wall. Has that heat available, so does Farzine. Trying to fight back, but Arslan really changing up the timing.
Battle of the counter hit lows. Farzine now forced to block.
Putting
And now
pressure,
no
crazy,
more
man.
heat
Crazy,
available.
crazy pressure,
Tries to
crazy.
test the stiletto. He
Crazy
lands
pressure.
for Arzenash to take round number 2.
Arslan just not afraid to just keep dashing in your face and then just do a poke that isn't the fastest either, but he knows it's going to hit.
It all started with that slide in counter hit. Let's see how he's gonna just duplicate that same types of attempts. Farzine still going to the back 2 it's that flashes, but Arzenash not biting.
Caught him with the elbow. Now we've
Let's
got
go.
8 plus frames on there running
Nice.
2. Caught him
Nice.
Got the wall splat. This is looking very good, Podge.
Side wall once again, pushes for this one. Couldn't
No,
get the attempt.
no,
Points
no,
go
no,
forward.
no,
Arzenash still
no.
back in this game. Flash
No.
unable to get it.
All right, looking good for Arzenash. Gets the heat dash. Up forward 1 goes for the low. Oh, and we had a half of a slow-mo there. Arzenash on reset point here against Farzine.
Farzine needs to duplicate that same type of confidence as Arzenash eats that DF2. Now we've seen this before. He can't rest on his laurels just yet. Good start, but Arzenash always tries to find that finish.
Spiking him down, using the guys that are trying to throw everything he has at him. Wants it to go to the next round. He wants to take this home. All right, goes to the mid. Plus frames is looking good for Farzine, but he could see this swing back. Excellent low parry. He has
Berries.
it in his pocket.
والله عمل شوية reads و parries.
To the final round.
Able to get it, and now Farzine looking to close out the set, but Arzenash looking for that
GG's, man.
reset, folks.
Tried to go for the double low swipe. Arslan snuffed it out. Going for that homing mid. Goes for the high. Gets bullets.
Hello, WE.
Double low. Gets the high swipe.
And now we see that Farzine working with some heat. Arzenash joins him. Nice duck and able to go for that launch. Arzenash putting the finishing
Reset
touches
point,
here
reset
possibly for
point.
that reset. Farzine's got a big hill to climb here with some great health.
Definitely in trouble. And there it is. The bullets closing it out there. Arzenash resetting the bracket here at BAM 15.
Wow, and look at that. Arzenash just so... I mean, I don't know, that set possibly drained him, but you still got to play another one, folks. And Farzine, hopefully the mentality is still there.
It's good.
Keep on
It's okay.
rising
It's okay. More
as,
fun for
the
us.
stakes
More
keep
fun.
getting higher and higher.
Floating cows, huh? All right, we're gonna let everyone take a breather for a second. Let's just look at this. That was an intense set. That was so close. Obviously, now they want a side switch. Now it is technically a new set for you guys who don't know. After reset, it is a new set, fresh. You can change sides. You can ask to change sides, and rock paper scissors as they have.
Nice.
Okay, and it seems like they will be going for that side swap reset. Now, one thing to
Min,
talk about is the mentality, right? After being so close to claiming the prize, to canceling out the reset, getting to that final round, you have to wonder what the mentality of both these players are. Arzenash has been sprinting since the losers bracket, going through monster after monster. By Farzine, you also have to wonder how his mentality is.
يعني لازم اقعد اشوف يعني لازم تقعد تشوف انت تهزر بس خلاص يعني
This
Farzine
is
got
probably
his
a
chance.
nightmare for many players. It's the dream of someone
خلاص
to be
this is
here,
last.
but it's probably the nightmare to have it against either
Come
one
on
of these
man
players.
come on drop it drop it let the guy take it.
The fortitude and also the stamina being put on display is really world class from both these players, Arzenash and Farzine, folks, here at Battle Arena Melbourne 15.
Wow, it's crazy, and the crowd is feeling it. They are waiting.
نيرف نينا it's still doable. Still لو جيج ماب كويس لفيكتور he will do good. يا بس الخنقة بتاعت نينا in your face. هلا أنس. نيرف نينا and Raven.
But yeah, this is where it comes and culminates.
Nerf Nina, Raven and Yushi.
Kick off the final stage of BAM 15, the most stacked tournament in Australian or OCE history, and definitely one of the most stacked tournaments of the year. But here
Bad
we
map.
go. We have Arslan
Bad
Ash
map.
with the Nina, and we have Farzine on the Victor. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these champions.
Make some noise.
Both have already, this is a reset grand finals, folks, so stakes are definitely a lot more higher, I would say, on Farzine's side. Arzanash running with the momentum here, gets the grab, still at center of the stage here, able to get the second hit counter.
Yeah, reaping the rewards of that one there, taking it to the close to the wall, activating heat. This start of the round was just high tempo, off the bat, no delay, everyone swinging.
And now forcing Farzine to go into heat, but the slap's able to actually take it.
I know this is not going well for
actually be leading this dance for the first round.
Farzine tried to approach there, but got slapped immediately, and another counter hit. Arslan's just landing the mark 2 for 2 so far.
This is crazy how maybe Arslan Ash just running away with like a freight train with the momentum. Farzine's got to find a way to stop the unstoppable
المهم معروف فريمات بتوعها قصدك فريمات اللعيبة ولا فيكتور؟
But the grab attempt and now the side switch.
عشان البركان وعشان الافكتس اللي ورا. على فكرة الفاير والووتر في الجيمز بياخد كتير من الجرافيك. بيكلف الجيم جرافيكس وفريمز كتير. الانيميشن بتاعها مش سهل يبروسس. لو الماب دي فيها ميه وبركان.
Yeah, on the offensive attempt there. So now Farzine trying to push for the wall. We haven't seen
والجدار
any
مدور.
big swings from Farzine just yet. And as I say that, nice punish there by Farzine.
He's gonna get a bunch of damage and a good situation for him. Let's see if he can keep it going and close out this round and get on the board in this reset. Again, fresh set. He has not got around yet.
True. Okay, able to power crush his way through.
Nice. Stance unblockable.
Tries to push for the finish here. Can he find it though? Able to
That's
walk the
crush.
skull splitter. Farzine on the board.
محدش يقدر يستخدم الانبلوكبل.
Getting on the board once again. Again, fresh set. Gets a counter hit. Again, every round so far, I think we've seen a big counter hit at the start of the round on Farzine. Arslan's just finding his mark.
Trying to go for that back two attempt once again, but Arslan Ash really peppering some lows and some mids to avoid that punch parry.
So the downward strike, excellent read there from Arslan. Knows that Farzine likes to approach with that double low.
Okay, nice block on the low. Tried to go for a punish attempt, but Farzine was ready. Okay.
Eyeing the heat dash, goes that low once again. Lets the high rip, but the counter hit grab should be dead here. One more big hit is 2.
One, and you're still waiting for it, but Farzine's still fighting for his life.
He's still alive. One
sidestep.
But Arslan
I would sidestep.
The first game fairly cleanly.
Mid-check attempt there, still running with that same momentum we did see before the grand finals reset.
It's like cooldown. What is that?
Yeah. What are you talking about? We keep going. We keep full sending this.
Stay heated. All right, game 2. Let's see if Arslan can keep this one going. Farzine definitely needs to figure a few things out and try and take and strangle back the game count.
Kind of terrifying to see how Arslan Ash just keeps running with the momentum ever since the losers bracket. So it begs the question, right? Is he a bigger threat on winner side and loser side? Because it seems like Farzine's still trying to find his footing in this grand finals reset.
I think Arslan definitely, both these players actually.
مفيش فورورد 1+2 اتعملت يا فيكتور الا تسايد ستيب فيها وتبانش ات. كفايه من نيوترال كفايه.
And it gets that Sabaki, both of them on the heat timer here. Arslan Ash couldn't, spends it right before it expires, not allowing Farzine to use his,
good duck.
punches him out of it.
He really tried to use that knee heat dash, but got snuffed out before, and it ran out anyway.
Farzine now having
It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Farzine. It's not looking good.
It's
not looking good.
Throwing hands in the corner.
It's not looking good, man.
So sharp in this second game.
Amazing timing changes here from Arslan. Again, nice big scoop up. Excellent combo. The floor has already broken level 1. We might be going downtown, downstairs. Let's get it going to the Jin Fever Dream Crow's Nest.
Yeah, pace and pressure is what Arzan Ash is bringing to the table. Tried to go for an attempt there, but we do see Arzan Ash still sticking him like glue.
Not letting go.
Okay, now we
He's
see
trying to
that,
answer poking with
pushing for
12
that heat.
frames و
And
14
now Arzan
frames
Ash joins him in the process. Good duck from the grab
بيحط
attempt
بريشر
there,
على
and
نفسه
Arzan Ash
بيحط بريشر على
continuing
نفسه
the
كبير.
pace and just smothering him with
بس ده
wave
فيكتور يعني
of
كانت دي
offense.
مفيش عندك ادوات ترد بيها الحاجات دي يعني.
One more hit, but Fazin can bring this one back. It's just going to be very difficult. Goes for that heat dash slice. It's a little bit of his heat back. That
Nice,
counter hit
أتوقعتها
on
دي.
the down back 4. This could be big for him.
Wall is there though. Final seconds. Farzine's got to go for a Hail Mary.
اشوف اللي حصل هنا دلوقتي. الوول دي طلعت from nowhere. الوول دي ما كانتش متشافه.
That's crazy.
انا متاكد انه اتفاجئ ان كان في وول في الجزء ده او في الزاويه دي.
No hesitation, he went for it.
The no look, right? Just able to go for that big wipe the floor, and now that paid dividends for him. Farzine still has to get around on the board in this game number 2.
والصح انه وقف يعني الصح اللي عمله
really trying to catch Fazine off guard. 1-2 then down for one.
الصح انه وقف كان هيوقف لو كان مكمل الكومبو بتاعه.
Mini movement there for Farzine just to get the heat activation out of the way by Arzan Ash.
Excellent wall carry here from Fazine. Let's see how far he can go. Still uses that Oki really well.
Caught him coming in.
It's going to be very high damage, especially taking that hit and being on very low health. Going to heal a little health himself.
Able to get a big chunk here, and Arzan Ash still has heat to work with. Can run up heat smash, and that is going to be it for game number 2. Arzan Ash, what a reset run he's going through as we speak. Farzine now might need to slow things down and go back to the drawing board with how he's going to try to approach this next match. Folks, Farzine with a big smile on his face, looking at the crowd. But let me hear y'all make some noise for this grand finals reset, ladies and gentlemen. Farzine, what? Going with Arena here at Battle Arena Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen.
I think they just love Reina around here, and I wonder why.
Come on, man.
And Reina's in the front row right
Come
now.
on,
Of course
man.
they love Reina. But will this
Come on,
Reina
man.
attempt change things up? Because like we called out with the Ulsan match, he has to stick with the Reina all throughout. I love how we looked at Ulsan. He's like, hey, check this out. Reina, bro.
Let me show you. Let me show you. 1-2. Trying to chop at those lows. Now let's see what kind of who's going to be able to adapt to this new environment faster. Yes.
Yeah, he gave up. He gave up على الكاركتر و gave up على الماب ورينا. ما اعرفش منين جاب رينا بس اول مرة اشوف بيلعب برينا. This is not a happy finish for me.
Able to actually get it for Arzan Ash to continue on his wave of momentum. How much offense we're seeing out
والله
of this,
dramatic ending.
Reina just yet.
Drama ending.
Arzan Ash show he's just constantly pressuring
Drama
the
ending.
head, but heat engage though.
يعني انا لو قعدت من البطولة دي بس جمعت المشاكل اللي فيكتور واجهها من وولز الويفس لحاجات كده غريبة بتطلع معاه. والله it would make a very good content. It would make me a 5-minute content non-stop.
Now just getting himself out of that wall situation.
There's a good 1-1-2 into the sentai high. Arslan saw it coming. That's Fazine there. Oh, this is gonna look good for Fazine.
Able to carry towards that wall, and now Farzine on the board. One more would do it. And now the crowd comes alive for the Reina Farzine.
Yeah, it looks like he's still adjusting his combos and things to Reina to try and find the max damage. So it's slowly coming together, but again, he needs more time, it looks like.
Electric temp. Try and go for that new low. Peppering in some offense here to just try to open up the offense or open up the defense of Arzan Ash.
Don't break. Now I wonder if they've trained these characters together or not, and is that the reason for this pick?
That is the question, right? But he has to gamble it all on this this character just to try and find his way back in this Grand Finals reset. Arzan Ash, though, still relentless with his offense and mid-checks, but the Sentai 3 finding
At least stick to Vixer to the last match.
Big damage on the board for Farzine.
Taking that range away, coming back in, activating heat. Arslan goes for the heavy sweep, really in Farzine's head. He really wanted to show what he had, but Farzine quick to duck that second one. You're
Hey
not
there.
getting me twice. One round away from taking a game and getting on the board in this reset.
I just
Definitely
saw
Farzine needs it.
Definitely saw something there. Really goes for that wipe the floor towards the tail end of the match. But Farzine now trying to pressure with his own, able to get the headbutt engage. Hell sweep. We keep going with the offense, tagging the low, spending it all, but trying to go too much with that hell sweep though.
It's an excellent splat there. Trying to end the combo early, keep the pressure up, goes underneath the 1-1 jabs. Excellent tail spin. Pressure is on, still heat is available. He's definitely going to try and use it.
Okay, trying to finish some strings, enhanced gun, goes right for the heat smash here. Both life is almost about even, but Farzine, oh my goodness, we're at the final round here, folks.
And here we go. We have tournament point here for Arslan Ash. Can he take it here over Farzine and the newly showed Reina?
Let's see how Farzine's gonna go for it. War God kick. Hell sweep attempts here. We're gonna see him try to go for him dropping down these heel drops.
Excellent flappy into the guns. Farzine fighting for his life here. Goes for the electric for the keep out. Triple slaps here from Arslan, feeling confident. Farzine activating heat, trying to take his turn back.
Ooh, able to get the heat. Oh, that's gonna get punished. 1-1-2.
Arslan still has a chance, activating heat, putting it out there. Wants to end it here. Can he do it? Goes for the load, throwing everything he has there. Heat smash hitting. Heat smash getting blocked there, but hitting hard on the chip.
Now let's see. Arslan Ash goes low.
Big sweep, and we have our BAM 15 champion coming through losers, resetting the bracket in a nail biter, and taking down one of the best in the world in Farzine. We have Arslan Ash.
But guys, please give it up for your second placer. Please make some noise for Farzine. What a bracket, what a tournament, what a grand finals. The run that Arslan Ash had to go through just to get the grand finals and waiting at the wings was Farzine. This run would definitely be talked about in future BAM events.
Oh, for sure. We're going to talk about it at every BAM event. And they're going to be, Arslan's going to be immortalized in the Wall of Champions. Congratulations there, but amazing performances from all these players. We had some crazy performances from the beginning. The women's semifinal, we had Chikra and Ulsan. You know, again, Ulsan continues to have a good standing against Chikrin. Farzine, Nobi, Farzine, again, Farzine was looking like he was about to take this whole thing.
Yeah.
Arslan just clawed his way through that loser's side and came back to just take it all. And honestly, as Farzine, what do you do now? He tried multiple characters and it just wasn't able to work. He's gonna have to go back, look at it, and I'm sure, look, they are all friends. They will talk about that and see how they can improve each other.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think this is just the start for Farzine, right? This is like one of his career best outings. For him to go up against Arslan Ash, he is the franchise player. He is the one of the
Everybody coming to the tournament well prepared. كلهم جايين عارفين هيعملوا ايه وعارفين match ups.
The mental stack was already in favor of Arslan Ash. So congratulations.
اولا دي اول مرة اشوف فيكتور في جراند فاينلز في ماستر ايفنت.
to get to that grand finals, and the way he did it in emphatic fashion, a 3-0 up against Farzine in the grand finals reset, that is one to behold.
It was an amazing run, and that's why a lot of people call him one of the goats.
You cannot play. معرفش ايه الستامينا البوكينج اللي تتلعب 7 ماتشات ورا بعض دي. ايه نوع الاستامينا؟ يعني الواحد دايما بيبقى نفسه مثلا يخرج شويه بحركه ريسكي، حركتين. الراجل ده منين ما بيطلعش بحاجه ريسكي خالص، يعني الماتش كله بيمشي في نفس الريتم، والكاركتر يساعد. الكاركتر يساعد على نظام اللعب.
1/4, not even the fourth of the Tekken World Tour chapter. Like Brownman said, this is a longer run compared to last year. A lot more challenger events and a lot of master events, master plus events compared to last year.
We got 3. That goes with a huge change in the points distribution, the amount of points. As I mentioned, like we're talking about.
لا يعني انتوا بتتكلموا مش شخصية فعلا سوري، مش شخصية، هي كومبينيشن. لما الشخصية تيجي على السترينث بتاع اللاعب، عارف لما الكاركتر يبقى تم اختياره بناء على السترينث بتاع البلاير. This happens. This happens. وانا اقول لك نفس الكلام على فيكتور فارزين، نفس الكلام. نفس الكلام.
Grand finals resets going down to the wire in terms of seconds, like it always at the 8 second range, that's when we get a conclusion to the match. For
That was
such an
a good
aggressive
freaking game.
You got to admit the level of competition here. They're finding ways to just have defense, have the active defense to continue pushing the meta of this game. So excellent. I would say it's an excellent time to be a Tekken fan. If you guys want to check out more for the Tekken World Tour, head on over to TekkenWorldTour.com. And Brahman, where do we go for the social?
Oh, you can go to X at Tekken, X at BNE Esports, and if you want to watch this match, I'm going to watch this back now. I'm going to go straight to BNE Esports on YouTube and relive that insanity.
Just the whole top 8 was just crazy. So shout outs to each and every one of you that showed up in chat. Shout outs to all the players as well. Shout outs to one of my best friends and also best on the mic here, Mr. Brown Man over here.
And we did have a lot of help on the mic over. We had Margin Obama and Chip. Big shout out to them and everybody. But it's been a pleasure, as always. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Not so enthusiastic to clap yourselves.
won it. في تكريم؟ ليه مش بيطلعوا التكريم؟ مفيش تكريم؟ كل البطولات دلوقتي بتشوف فيهم نفس التوب 8 بس ترتيبهم دايما بيختلف. كل البطولات بتشوف يعني اولموست نفس التوب 8 هم اللي بيطلعوا في كل البطولات لما بيتقابلوا يعني، بس الترتيب دايما بيختلف. ده بيقول لك ايه يعني؟ بيقول لك ان المرحله دي بتبقى 50-50، واللي بيدي بقى الايدج الحاجات دي مش اللاعب في التوب 8، بتبقى كاركتر، بيبقى ممكن مود، بتبقى عوامل تانية بقى غير اللاعب نفسه يعني. بس الكاركتر ايدج والاختيار الصح والمود بقى او الفلو بتاعهم حسب التوقيت اللي هم رايحين له. خلي بالك ان توقيت البلد لما بيفرق، مثلا لو بلد توقيتها مختلف عن بلد ولازم يبدلوا نظامهم اليومي من يوم وصحيان ويأخروا ساعات النوم وعشان يعني فروق التوقيت بتفرق برضه. فالعوامل دي بقى اللي بتطلع في التوب 8 وبتفرق من واحد لواحد. توب 8 في كل البطولات عن جد. هديك الستيج لازم تكون انفنت، حرام كيف حوالين الكومبو. توب 8 في البطولات هم نفسهم تيكن 7. ايه رايك بالكلام ده؟ انا ما حضرتش تيكن 7، بس لو الكلام ده صح يبقى الناس دي هتفضل توب 8 الى الابد. انا كان عندي امل دايما ان في وجوه جديده صاعده هتطلع، وكنا هنشوف وجوه جديده لو كان سيزون 2 استمر، ما كانوش عدلوه خلوه ديفنسيف تاني. بس مادام في تيكن 7 يبقى الناس دي فعلا اولا عندهم ساعات تمرين اكتر بكتير من اي حد، يعني اي حد لازم يكاتش اب بالوقت اللي هم بيستثمروه في الجيم وفي التمرين. و I don't think at this point اي حد يقدر يكاتش اب بالشغل اللي اتعمل يعني. لو الناس دي بتلعب 4-6 ساعات في اليوم، 8 ساعات، وكل يوم يومي مع تركيزهم كله على الماتشات، you cannot beat this. You cannot beat it. You cannot beat it. You cannot beat a good community. You cannot beat many factors, man. Again, I say this game is not a casino. Well, senior players being top 8 يبقوا كلام انه لعبة هجومية ما تخدم الدفاع زي تيكن 7. هذا الناس هنشوف الناس we will see. Topic it's clear now. It's clear to me. يعني في نقاشات كنت بقعد اتكلم فيها زمان. No, I take some of the things I said back. انا كنت دايما بقول في وجوه هتطلع، في وجوه هتطلع، بس it's just repeating itself. It's just repeating itself. كل بطولة بتعيد نفسها. بتشوف الاسماء بتعرف مين التوب 8 without a doubt. يعني دلوقتي خلاص انا مش محتاج حتى اشوف البولز الا فور فن. You know the top 8 always. لا والمصيبه في ايه؟ المصيبه في ايه؟ لعيبه الميدل ايست اللي كانوا دايما بيقربوا من التوب 8 دلوقتي بداوا يبعدوا عن التوب 8 في البطولات اللي انا شفتها. ربنا يوفقهم يا رب لعيبه الميدل ايست، يا رب حد يشد حيله ويركز ويتقدم يعني. بس انا كان نفسي اشوف فرزين النهارده على الاقل يعني. هو طلع he did very good man. انا ما اقدرش اقول اي حاجه على لعب فرزين. He's just it was inspiring all his matches. والله كل ماتشاته inspiring. اللي فرق في الاخر الكاركتر فاكتورز بس still top 8. That was a good one man. Anyways that was a good tournament, good top 8. اترككم تاخدوا بريك وانا اخد بريك ونعود في خلال ساعتين. النهارده مش هنعملها ايفنينج، النهارده انا هبدا السيشن بدري شويه يعني على العصر ان شاء الله. خلال ساعتين زمن نبدا سيشن، نعمل شويه لابنج، شويه رانك، شويه روم، ونلعب بتركيز بقى. انا حمسني على فيكتور، حمسني ارجع اركز عليه تاني. يا ريت في شغل من ده كل اسبوع. يلا شباب جي اراكم في ساعات ان شاء الله. Have a great day everybody.